There it is.
There we are. Okay. Call to order, Town of North Branford, Town Council meeting, North Branford, Connecticut, Tuesday, April 18th, 2023. We'll start with the flag, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Michelle, if you could start with roll call, please. Present.
Deputy Mayor Zampano.
Here.
Councilor Abelson.
Here.
Councilor Angeloni.
Here.
Councilor Diamond. Here. Councilor Rode.
Here.
Councilor Mace.
Here.
Councilor Palladino.
Here.
And Councilor Palicia.
Here.
Oh,
He's attending.
Surprised you.
He's in Florida.
Yeah, he got stuck in Florida with the flight situations going on. Okay. All right, so on to the fun part of our agenda. Item 2A, budget deliberations, fiscal year 23-24. Item 1, general government services.
Okay, so the following motions are all based on our discussion that we had at the budget workshop on April 6th, where we discussed this with all of the department heads. So we're just going to go through them. If there's any questions as we go along, you can ask, but we're just going to go down the line. So we asked the department heads to submit what their cuts would be based on a dollar amount that we gave them. First one is the town manager's budget. I make a motion to reduce the full-time account to reflect the assistant town manager's salary, account number 100-041-4113-51610, followed by 13 zeros, by $6,000.
Second.
Motion by Councilor Angeloni, second by Deputy Mayor Zampano. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
The next motion is to reduce the Social Security on the cut that we just did. Account number 1,000-041-4113-51620, followed by 13 zeros,
Second.
by $459.
Second.
And motion by Councilor Angeloni, seconded by Deputy Mayor Zampano. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
The next motion is from the Central Services budget. I make a motion to remove 4 wall HVAC units to be replaced using the maintenance reserve account. The account that's affected is 1,000-000-4129-57200, followed by 14 zeros for the amount of $6,000.
Second.
Motion by Councilor Angeloni, seconded by Deputy Mayor Zampano. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
The next motion was the town attorney's budget to reduce litigation, account number 1,000-000-4139-58200, followed by 13 zeros in the amount of $5,000.
Second.
Motion by Councilor Angeloni, seconded by Deputy Mayor Zampano. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
The next motion is from the employee benefits budget to eliminate the agent of record cost, account number 1,000-000-4199-55990, followed by 13 zeros in the amount of $20,000.
Second.
Motion by Councilor Angeloni, seconded by Deputy Mayor Zampano. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Abstained? Thank you.
The next motion is for the police budget to hire 2 grade C officers January 1st, 2023, account number 1,000-000-4201-51610, followed by 13 zeros. The cut is $19,043.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded
Yeah,
by.
I have a question on that.
Well, we got to go through this first. Give me a motion. Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Diamond. Any discussion?
Yeah,
Floor is yours, Mr. Mays.
because between the police budget and the communications budget, it's not separated. If you look at what I'm looking at that was presented to me, it's the police budget and the communications budget that were represented to me in total. And if you add up all the numbers in total, they're $1 off on their figures. So I don't know how you want to do that.
They're $1 off on the figures?
Yeah, because
Mike, is
according
that
to
accurate?
my records that was sent to me, it says police budget, communications budget, a total of $65,736. And what the maker of the motion is reading is not a combination of both budgets, it's a combination of one budget, and that was not presented to me. I don't know if it was presented to
I'm
anybody
not
else.
sure I understand that.
I'm not sure if I'm following as well.
You
Anthony,
round the
you want
numbers
mine?
up, it's rounding up to $1 off. So if you change that 19 to 042, it'll be cool.
Is that
Okay,
what
so
you're
they
recommending,
rounded it up.
Anthony?
Yeah, they round up versus using
Okay.
the cents, dollars and cents.
All I'm saying is, what she read is the police budget. That total is not represented to me individually. It's represented to me in the police budget, in the communications budget.
Communications is part of police,
I
so
know
they're
that.
just, so they're
The
just
figures don't
separating
add-
it.
But the figures don't add up. So I can't vote on something if the figures don't add up. I'm just trying to figure out where the missing dollar is. That's all I'm trying to do.
Anthony,
He
was
just corrected it, right?
representative of a roundup of change, correct? Is that what
Correct,
you're?
yeah. Make it 19042 in that first number, you'll be perfect.
Thank you, Anthony.
Okay. Suffice for you?
I'm good.
Good, okay. All right, any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
The next motion is to delay hiring a records clerk for 4 months. So starting date would be November 1st. Account number 1,000-424201-51610, followed by 13 zeros, a decrease of $19,751.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Diamond. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
And a motion to reduce Social Security on the two cuts that the two motions we just did. Account number 1,000-424201-52200, followed by 13 zeros, $8,037.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Diamond. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
To reduce the communications, I make a motion to reduce the communications overtime budget, account number 1,000-4242221-51630, followed by 13 zeros, $16,207.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Diamond. All in favor, or, sorry, any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
To reduce Social Security on the communication overtime budget cut we just made, account number 1,000-4242221-52200, followed by 13 zeros. A
Second.
cut of $1,240.
Second.
Seconded, okay. Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Diamond. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
And a motion to reduce the pension amount, account number 1,000-424221-52300, followed by 13 zeros, in the amount of $1,459.
Second.
Any discussion? I'm sorry, motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Diamond. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
On to fire department budget. I make a motion to reduce the part-time budget, account number 1,000,042,4203,51620, followed by 13 zeros in the amount of $6,000.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Diamond. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Abstained? Thank you.
I make a motion to reduce the social security alternative on the previous motion in the amount of $87, account number 1,000,042,4203,52200, followed by 13 zeros.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Abelson. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
I make a motion to reduce the technical supplies, account number 1,000,042,4203,56900, followed by 13 zeros in the amount of $3,000.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Diamond. Any discussion?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
What are these technical supplies? Is there, what are they?
I think it's,
Just for clarification.
it's used for, who can answer that question as to the budget, Anthony?
It's basically small equipment, gloves, helmets, Nomex goods, smaller equipment that would be more disposable type stuff.
Yeah, not like
First aid supplies.
big technology.
It's not really technology, it's more of.
It's
Not
adjacent to-
technology at all. No, technical in the firm of technical related to the fire department, not technical as far as technology goes. No.
So
It's fire department stuff, axes, things like that might break.
okay,
It's small engines.
Different name.
okay.
Technical, tactical. Okay, any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed?
Aye.
Abstained? Thank you.
Make a motion to reduce professional development, account number 1,000,042,4203,53200, followed by 13 zeros in the amount of $3,000.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded. There's a boat in here, apparently? Yeah, I know we're getting steamrolled.
Rhonda, you want a
Okay. All right, motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by the boat and by Counselor Diamond. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? Thank you.
I make a motion to reduce other contractual, account number 1,000,042,4203,55990, followed by 13 zeros in the amount of $3,000.
Second.
All right, motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Abelson. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
On to ambulance budget. This is one we did not discuss on Thursday night. They originally had requested an increase in the ambulance fund of $400,000 in our budget. And this was due to, we put the second ambulance on as of July 1st of last year. The commission voted earlier this year to change the way they were paying the paramedics, so that we're not using as much through Vintech and
This is-
subsidizing more of our own people on here. And in talking to the commission and the fire chief, they felt that this would be a safe reduction from that $400,000 because they've already started to see substantial savings.
Yes, the trending is there.
In that area.
Correct.
So I would like to make a motion to reduce the subsidy to ambulance service fund, account number 1,000,042,4209,58910, followed by 13 zeros in the amount of $100,000.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Abelson. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Abstained? Thank you.
The next, going on to Public Works budget, I'd like to make a motion to reduce construction materials, account number 000434301 followed by 13 zeros in the amount of $40,000.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Diamond. Any discussion?
Yeah. How
Sir?
do we know what construction materials we're reducing the amount by? Is it concrete?
This was submitted by the department head, so
Oh, okay.
Yes.
it wasn't us. The department head submitted this to the town manager.
Our goal was to ask them to make the cuts versus us blindly make cuts for them.
All right.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
I make a motion to reduce other contractual, account number 1,000,43,4301,55990, followed by 13 zeros in the amount of $20,000.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Diamond. Any discussion?
Yeah, that goes the same way as the other motion for construction materials, that you don't get an itemized list, just whatever they say.
It's their budget to spend as they desire once they have that, and
All right,
we're able to take the cut.
okay.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
Moving on to the library budget, I'd like to make a motion to reduce data processing, account number 1,000,045,4501,53510, followed by 13 zeros in the amount of $3,000.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Diamond. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
I'd like to make a motion to reduce building maintenance, account number 1,000,045,4501,54301, followed by 13 zeros in the amount of $3,200.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Diamond. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
I'd like to make a motion to reduce other purchase services, account number 1,000,045,4501,55990, followed by 13 zeros in the amount of $3,000.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Diamond. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
I'd like to make a motion to reduce cleaning supplies, account number 1,000,045,4501,56010, followed by 13 zeros in the amount of $700.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Diamond. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
I'd like to make a motion to reduce technical supplies, account number 1,000,045,4501,56900, followed by 13 zeros in the amount of $1,500.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Diamond. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
I'd like to make a motion to reduce technical equipment, account number 1,000,045,4501,57390, followed by 13 zeros in the amount of $3,600.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Diamond. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
Now onto the recreation budget. I'd like to make a motion to reduce the memorial field water bill, which is not billed to Recreation Department. Account number 1,000,045,4503,54411, followed by 13 zeros in the amount of $13,187.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Diamond. Any discussion?
Yeah, I don't understand what not billed is and what we're
Right.
voting on and not billed to.
So the bill was misdirected. It was not supposed to be billed to that particular department, thus it would not be necessary. Am I correct?
It was, yes, the water and electricity for the Park and Rec was added into their budget after their budget was submitted to us, based on information from the Board of Education, because the bills go there. But Memorial Field is a field that is used for high school sports in all of the fields, so it's being taken out of the Recreation Department and staying with the Board of Education.
All right, and I suppose that the $13,187 was submitted in bills to the town council or to somebody that says that we paid for it and we shouldn't be paying for it. Is that it?
Yes, it's based on past bills. And it's the anticipated amount that was put into their budget.
For future bills, but being properly directed.
Not answering my question.
So wait,
Sorry.
so it's,
Well,
the
let's-
Board of Education is paying for this?
Correct.
Okay. So it was misdirected
To the Park and Rec
for the
Department.
Park and Rec, and it's going back to the Board of Education?
correct.
Correct.
Okay, so we should see it in the Board of Education's
Well,
budget?
it's in,
Somewhere.
it's in there.
Within their overall operating budget.
Okay.
Okay, explains that.
We'll get you a copy.
Yeah.
No, it's,
I would appreciate a copy.
Yeah,
if you
it's-
can. Okay.
We're just it was misdirected in the way that it was not a field being used for Parks and Rec, but
Nothing
rather
wrong
for
with
the high school.
misdirection, as long as I could be directed in the right misdirection.
Sounds good to me. Okay, any other discussion? Seeing none? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
Make a motion to reduce professional development, account number 1,000,000,45,4503,53200, followed by 13 zeros in the amount of $1,813.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Diamond. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
Okay. On to the refuse removal budget. I make a motion to add bulky waste to John's refuse contract, account number 1,000,000,84,8403,54101. Let me see here, followed by 10 zeros dash 006 for 95,000.
Second.
Okay. Motion by Counselor Angeloni. Who wants to fight for the second? We're gonna give Nick the second this time around? Nick's gonna get the second this time around. All right, now Counselor Palladino is the second. Just comment for this, so the folks that are listening, this is securing your second bulk trash pickup for the year. We're now in contract with John's Refuse to have that, so all the folks that like to talk about bulk trash online, we're taking care of that for you. Make sure you have that.
Well, this just secures
Twice a year.
bulky waste pickup for next year,
Correct,
because it
next year.
wasn't part of the contract.
Correct.
This is for
For
two.
2000
but it wasn't in their contract?
It wasn't
It
in
was
their
not
original contract.
No.
Is this
That was my
this is for just this year, so we have to vote on another?
Mr. Mayor?
Correct. So you're
Well,
asking-
it'll automatically be built into next year's
Correct, it'll be
contract.
part of the next
Because we
contract.
already have the
Are we
amount.
missing 2 years of it, though?
Yeah, but we
Right.
have the numbers, but that will be in the budget when they present it.
Correct, the
Mr.
regular
Mayor.
budget. This is adding it for this next iteration.
Mr.
Which
Mayor.
was still up in the air. Okay, Michael, you have a
Just,
question?
yeah, just for point of
sir.
clarification on that, so, for everybody's edification, we're required to renegotiate the years 3, 4, and 5 bulky waste portion of our 5-year contract. So this would represent, obviously, us funding what they're willing to agree with, but we still have to finalize that agreement with them. But just to be
Right.
specific
Yes,
about this.
correct.
Yeah,
So this covers the monetary portion of it. The contract part of it still has to be
Correct.
signed off on.
correct.
Okay.
Okay. All right, any other discussion?
Yeah.
Good?
What I found is when they add up all of these figures, you're still $1 off,
Not the bulky waste?
besides what Anthony has explained. But however, I'm confused between the add and the subtract of the 95,000. Because if I add the 95,000, according to the 308,000, I come up with 403,000. However, if I subtract the 95,000 from the 308,000, I come up with the 213,000. So I'm confused by the terminology of whether you add the 95,000 or subtract the 95,000.
Well, we're adding it because we have to add it to the budget. It's not in our budget.
Then if you add it to the budget, then it's 300, it's 403,000, not 213,000, all I'm saying.
Well, all the cuts we just did we're reducing the budget.
I know that, but when I use a calculator to add up all of the numbers, my numbers come up to a different number than what your motion is on.
Well, my motion was only to add $95,000.
Right, but
So-
it also,
So what are you gonna change on that?
Yeah, I'm not sure where you're going
it
with this.
changes the total.
What would you like to see this say?
I don't like to do anything, I'm just pointing out an issue where there's a
Well,
discrepancy.
No, we're not voting on any totals at this point. The motion is just to add, and this is the number John's Refuse gave us, to add to our budget for the bulky waste portion is $95,000. So that's what the motion is for.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
is
going
just to
line
add.
item by line item.
All right, so we're not voting on the total expense account of $213,282 yet, is that it?
No, Anthony will give us the numbers when we're all
All right,
done.
just clarification, that's all.
Brian, did you have something to say, Brian?
I was gonna say, now I'm even more confused, that your cuts don't have to equal the adds in this process, these are individual separate motions.
Correct, these are by accounts.
Well, the cuts and the adds don't add up to the numbers that I'm calculating, and the terminology is confusing, whether you're adding something or cutting something to the total expenditures, and the total of what each department has given up, when they get down to the 95,000, whether it's an add or a plus.
Well, the
To me,
motion
it's
clearly
confusing.
stated
I'm not
that it was an
accounting.
add.
The motion
No.
comes with the bottom line, they're adding individual line items in the budget. These are changes to the individual line.
Correct.
items in your budget. At the end, the financial, fiscal officer will explain what the final numbers.
What the final numbers look like.
Vince, I think I got
Okay,
it.
Counselor.
Yeah, it changes as it goes along.
Well, no, it's, if you add up all of the budget items that are listed, it's 308,000 and whatever.
283.
Right, but you need to minus out the 95,000.
That's what I'm trying to
It's a
clarify,
plus,
okay.
even though it's a plus,
Thank you,
you have to
Bruce.
minus it out, so you get $213,282.
There you go.
That's what I'm trying to clarify is where I'm at.
That's how you do it.
Great. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Thank you.
And the last motion in regards to general government services is to the revenue account, and it's to increase the fund balance contribution, account number 1,000,041,417,49100, followed by 13 zeros, in the amount of $125,000.
Second. Motion by Councilor Angelini, seconded by Councilor Abelson. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Thank you. I think we're almost there. We're good to go?
That is all on the general government
All right,
services.
we're gonna move on. And again, I want to reiterate, thank you to the departments that, went through this and looked for areas where we can cut. Obviously, we're in an area of time that we need to be judicious with the spending, so I appreciate you guys taking this time and putting it together. We're on to item 2, capital improvement plan.
Okay, so, Anthony said we can do this all in one as far as where the money is coming from, because at some point in time after the budget season, we will be voting on a CIP plan, which we will have to send to
Correct.
planning and zoning for an 824 referral. So this is gonna be one motion detailing where the funding is coming from and changes from what was originally presented to us. And all of these changes have no impact on the mill rate at all. It just is on the CIP budget. So, we are going to reduce the fire reserve from fund balance by $175,000. We are going to reduce public works reserve from the fund balance by $200,000. We are going to move the police vehicle funding from municipal projects to other funding. We are going to add Public Works Building additional appropriation to other funding for $100,000. We are going to add temporary parking lot at Totucket Valley Park to other funding for $50,000. Chip sealing is going to be a total of $369,000, $75,000 coming from the fund balance, $94,000 from Town Aid Road, and $200,000 from municipal project. The partial road reconstruction, we're gonna move $50,000 from LoSiP to the municipal project. Drainage, we're moving $30,000 from LoSiP to the municipal project. We are going to add the Atwater lift to LoSiP funding for $75,000. We are going to add Northford Park rehab to other funding for $50,000. And we are going to add the resurfacing of Memorial Courts to the fund balance for $77,000. So that's my motion.
Okay. A motion by Council Angeloni, seconded by Deputy Mayor Zampano. Is there any discussion?
Just, I thought I heard you say 875, it's 175.
It's a reduction of 175 in the fire reserve.
Right, but I heard 875, so just,
Okay,
Just-
it's 175.
Good clarification.
sorry.
Okay. And you have it, Michelle, correctly, you have the copy, correct? Okay, thank you. All right, any other discussion? Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Thank you. Okay. On to item 3, education. Or III.
Okay. So at our April 6th meeting, there were a number of questions for the Board of Education, which Scott had contacted the town manager and asked him to put those questions in writing, which he did. And I believe I'm not sure that we got the answers back in writing. I mean, I didn't see them in an email today.
I did not. My communication with the superintendent was that he would relay most of that information today
In the back.
present. And then there's the one item that we were provided detail on was the council's request on line item transfers plus and minus of the prior 3-year look back. And
Okay,
that
so
was-
that's the packet that we have.
Correct.
Here, okay. And then, so there's the other questions. Are there answers to those questions?
Those were delivered to some here today.
The packet I had was what I provided them, which was the look back information.
So everything go through the packet.
Okay.
There's a response to
Okay.
all of the questions.
Okay.
There's the split on the utilities included. There's the special ed pre-K enrollment included. There's 3 years of line transfers included. There's the question about
Nice and
us
neat.
budgeting field maintenance, which is a no. And that was in a phone conversation with Mr. Downs and in the delivered packet today.
Are those issues in the package here, with the folder?
They're here. This memorandum here,
The other question was regarding
just being
the
presented to us.
Silly Putty Factory on 75 Kentucky Road, in which the insurance is present here in a copy for insurance. The fire marshal and the building inspector went out yesterday at 10 o'clock. They generated and sent their list today for items that Mr. Florio will meet with them prior to students going into the recreation building. So all items were addressed, checked, discussed, and delivered.
Thank you, Scott.
And the list that he's referring to from the fire marshal and the building official and the town planner are in a memorandum that I emailed to the council today after I received it and also placed with you today.
Correct, thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions for our
I'm trying to find my
superintendent?
package.
So, Mr. Florio is donating that to us, yes?
He's doing what?
He's donating the building for the couple of months?
No, Mr. Florio is our,
Director of building.
The owner of the building?
no, he's the director of our,
Mr. Florio works for the Board of Education.
Correct.
The
Okay.
owner of the factory is going to work with us on a very generous agreement for renting the building.
Okay.
any other questions?
Yeah, more. Who's taking care of who has to take care of the building? Do the Department of Education has to take care of the building?
Our custodial staff, Mr. Florio will be in charge of all of that.
To bring it up to code?
Well, it's minimal.
Doesn't make
compared
sense.
to code.
Okay.
Minimal. If you look at the handout from the fire marshal and the building
Okay.
inspector, those are all things that Mr. Florio is licensed to do.
And this was resolved when you were questioned about making sure it was insured and it was up to code and everything else, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Okay, so there are several motions involved for the education budget tonight, and it is in reference to the special ed excess cost grant money. And in going back and reviewing the motions from last year and what we received on special education, the grant funding, we've discovered that the money that was received for this fiscal year, 22-23, was not appropriated to the Board of Education for this fiscal year. And in talking to the finance director, we are able to still make that motion to allow that money to go to the Board of Education. So my first motion is going to be to appropriate any funds received for the special ed excess cost grant in the 22-23 year directly to the Board of Education operating budget, a credit to their account. So this means it will not go into their account, Fund 25, which is like a savings account for them. It will go directly to their operating
Correct.
account, be a credit against the operating account for them to offset their special ed
Correct.
cost. As of right now, we received the first payment in February of this year, and it was just over $200,000. And according to Sarah Alberti and to Scott, the remaining payment usually comes in May, and the remaining is about 25%. They receive 75% the first payment, the 25%. So it'll probably be approximately $65,000, somewhere in that neighborhood. The exact amount has not come in. So there is no amount set in the motion. It's just for any money that is received this year regarding the special ed excess cost grant will go as a credit to the Board of Education's operating budget, which is account number 1,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,55990.
Could you clarify, you're saying that's going into the operating budget for 23-24?
No, 22-23.
22-23.
It's the money that.
I
we
understand
received.
what money it is, I know what came in February, but when can they use that money?
It'll be
Now?
it'll be for this year's budget,
For
Correct.
this year's budget?
yes.
Right away.
Yeah, I have a question too, when you say this budget. So is it the budget for 22-23?
That's what I said.
Or the budget
It's-
from 23-24?
That was-
No, it's for the 22-23 budget.
Guys, I'd like to, if we have a motion, I need a second before we have discussion.
Well, that's a good thing.
Okay, just
Okay.
hold on a second. So we have a motion. We have a second motion by Councilor Angelini, second by Deputy Mayor Zampano. Now,
I
is there any
think Ms.
discussion?
Diamond had the floor before me.
Okay, Ms. Diamond, is there anything that you'd like to iterate
Okay.
further?
I'm still confused. when can they spend that money, is what I'm saying. Now, you're saying they can spend that now?
Yes, it's the
Correct.
22-23
But
budget.
but this is, okay, all right, I just want
We
to.
can still appropriate it, so Anthony, give authorization. Anthony, would you like to clarify for Counselor Diamond? Please?
Sure.
Thank
He
you.
needs clarification.
Yeah, the money we received
Oh, it's
from
good
the
to know.
state, we credited a town revenue account. What the motion is saying is we should have credited right to the Board of Ed expense account. That's what we'll do, we'll move that money, 200,000 that we got already in, and any additional funds that come in, we'll go credit right to the Board of Ed expense account line.
So it's not, it's part of their operating budget, it isn't a separate line item or a different grant. It's part of, it goes into their operating budget. That's what you're saying?
Say that again, I'm sorry. Wait. Say it again, I'm sorry.
Okay, I just want to be clear, okay, that money is going into their operating budget. It's not part of a Fund 25, it's the operating budget.
That is correct. That's what the motion is, yes, correct.
Okay, I know, I heard that, but I still want to make sure I have it clear. Thank you.
Just one question.
Good.
Because it's for, I think I asked you this afternoon, and I just can't get my heads around it. Because it's for special education, and now we're putting it into their general operating budget, it's, right?
It's not for
It-
special education.
it-
That's what I'm
Well,
asking.
it's the special ed excess cost grant. So
And it can
if
be
their
used-
special ed budget is $4 million, let's say, and the state gives us $200,000.
Right.
So now they can appropriate $200,000 towards special education, and that would leave them with $3.8 million left to fund out of their budget
For special education.
for special education, because that's what they had budgeted. So it all goes to special education, but it frees up $200,000 from special ed that they can do line item transfers now to other departments
Okay.
in their operating budget.
Correct.
Is
Could
that
be
correct,
used for
Sarah?
other things,
Correct.
is what I'm
Okay.
asking.
Well, yes.
And
And the
it's-
state statute allows for that, so.
That's my question.
Yes.
Okay, that was my question.
Typical in that
Okay,
capacity. We've
just
done this
making
many
sure.
years in the past. to give
Okay.
Love back the money.
All right.
It's a
I'm
good
learning.
question, good for clarification.
Okay.
Okay, any other discussion?
I just wanted to make sure we're in the right year, because I thought we were here for the 23-24
We're doing this
budget.
for
But now
2019.
this motion is for the 22-23 budget. So I want to make sure you guys are in the right year, that's
Yeah.
all.
We're in the right area.
Right area.
I just want to
We
make
got
sure
it.
you're there.
I'm good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we, is there any other discussion? Does anyone else need some clarification on the actual year? Seeing none, I'm gonna bring this to a vote. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Abstained? Thank you. You have to have a little fun with this, you know, we know it can get confusing, and I appreciate, Ms. Diamond, I appreciate your clarification, Mr. Ableton, Mr. Mesa. It's important that everyone understands this, so I know that it's important to go through these things.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to the 23-24 budget.
I'm waiting.
Okay, so there will be two motions in regards to the 23-24 motion. The first one is that I make a motion to appropriate all of the special ed excess cost grant money for that is received in 23-24
That's
fiscal year
23-24.
to the Board of Education operating budget, account number 1,000,047,4700 805590.
Okay.
Second.
Motion by Councilor Angeloni, seconded by Deputy Mayor Zampano.
So this is the same motion we
Any
just
discussion?
did, but going to the next budget year.
Same product, same
Same,
monies,
they
excess
they
funds.
don't know the amount of the special ed, but whatever money is received will go directly to their account,
The
just
operating
like
budget.
we just did.
Got it.
But again, we don't know those numbers yet, because they haven't gotten to us.
And that's what the motion says. Any funds
Any funds received.
for the
Received.
23-24
All tranches,
budget.
the first and the second,
Got it.
okay?
Yeah.
For 22, or for 23-24.
So, question?
I have a question for you, and
I understand that.
Well, we have a
don't know the
motion and a
amount,
second.
Yep.
But obviously, I mean, we get this amount every year. So is it going to be similar to what we've received in the past?
Hard to say.
Well, it is difficult to say. So part of it is It depends on, one, what our per pupil expenditure is going to be, which can change year to year. And then the state gives us the 4.5 times that. So the state can change that 4.5 times for any year. We don't know what that's gonna be next year. And then the reimbursement rate can change anywhere from 70 to 80%. So our total excess cost for a given year could be $346,000. We may get 70% of that back, we may get 80% of that back, but they don't determine the reimbursement rate. And it's not until that year. So we're getting paid excess costs on the funds that we've expended this year. That's why
No.
it's the 2 payments.
No, I'm good with that. It's just we're working on next year now.
Right.
So, and you don't know what the
No one
rate's
does.
gonna be?
I have no idea.
No one
Has
knows.
it typically stayed the same year over year?
It was 80% for this past year. In years past, it's been down to 70. So it's not a consistent number, and it's due to a variety of different reasons. Typically, like COVID had an impact on it,
Right.
but also, what the state's budget's gonna be impacted as well.
Correct.
And that's part of the reason why we don't know what the expenses are gonna be, and that's why they give us the money to supplant our funds, not to add to it.
So I guess maybe you want to not be able to answer this, but what's your expectation?
That's a hard question to
My
ask.
That's why I
expectation,
just-
you mean, what do I want?
Well,
Yeah.
not what you want, but the
No,
expectations.
I would honestly, after an 80%, I'm thinking 71.25 maybe.
Okay.
But
Okay.
that's just, but I also,
Speculation.
in all honesty, my hope is that our excess cost goes down because we are working on bringing students back, and that's a huge part of our
Right.
excess cost. So as much as I'd like the percentage to be up, I also anticipate our expenses going down. That's the hope at least.
Okay. Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for your explanation. Counselor Mace.
Thank you, Mayor. I think it's great that we have feedback from the audience, but I would also like to know who's speaking, what their position is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And who's
I
shaking
know.
their head next to
Anyway.
them. So I know
My
who I'm
name's
thinking.
Scott Schoonmaker.
Oh, I thought you were taller. I thought you were taller than.
Much better looking,
So,
too.
all I need to know is who's speaking and what their title is to the community, so we know
That's
who
a good
they are. That's
Would you
all.
Would you mind sharing your title and name,
The
please?
real one? I'm
The real-
Sarah
if you
Alberti, Director of Special Services.
And the lady next to you, who keep
Martha
shaking her
Vaughn.
head.
Martha.
Okay.
That's
I
Finance
recognize
Director
I
for
just-
Board of Ed.
That's all.
Okay, thank you, Martha.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
guys, girls.
Thank you very much. Okay. Any other discussion? Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Thank you. Okay.
All right, and the next motion is to increase the Board of Education account number 1,000,000,47,4700, followed by 9 zeros, or 8 zeros, I'm sorry, 55990 by $665,000.
Motion by Councilor Angeloni, seconded by Deputy Mayor Zampano. Is there any discussion?
What was their request?
The request in the budget documents that you received were $2,917,941, $2,917,641.
If I can remember.
2 million.
Or 2 million, I'm sorry, 2917,641.
If, I remember the request was somewhere around their increase of approximately 7% of their budget from the. previous-
8.91.
Okay. And we're reducing that by a considerable amount, do we
We're
know why?
we're increasing their budget by $665,000.
We're increasing their budget, I agree, I understand that part, but the request wasn't for an increase of 665, the request was for an increase of 8.91%. And we're not giving them the 8.91%, I'm just asking you, your recommendation, why you have decided to reduce the request from 8.91% to approximately somewhere around 3.5%, where in that vicinity?
Because of the other measures that we have done tonight with the special ed excess cost grant funding, and in speaking with Superintendent Schoonmaker and the board chair, this was a number that we came up with that they felt that they could work with.
Just like all the other departments that we asked to make cuts and be realistic with numbers are coming back. Our goal is to bring a realistic number to our public for the referendum, and we didn't want to come in with a 3.9% mill increase. We needed to reduce that. So it was, and I thank you all for taking the time to look through your budgets and seeing where you can be economical. And this is an area where the Board of Education has done that, and we thank them for that.
I don't disagree with you, however, I will say this here. I sat on the Board of Ed for several years, as you all know, and what they do for our children, our grandchildren, and our great-grandchildren, and how proud we are of all of the accomplishments that the students do academically, athletically, how proud we are of the teachers that have gotten recognized nationally, regionally. I'm just concerned that are we doing a disservice to them and the Board of Education people that are here who volunteer? Are we doing a disservice to them by reducing their requests from $2.5 million down to less than $1 million? Because we want our children, and many of the people who live here today are graduates. And I've sat here while police officers and firemen and others have gotten recognized, and they've been graduates of the North Branford school system. Are we doing a disservice by reducing it by that amount? Is there anything else we can do to give them more money to accomplish and keep the standard of what our students and what our teachers and what the staff does? That's all I'm asking for.
It's a fair question,
More.
Counselor. The reality is we are trying to find the happy medium, but we're by no means looking to hurt the Board of Ed. It's the most important part of our budget. It's the primary source of monies being spent by our municipality, goes to the Board of Ed. We've put a great deal of expense and thought process towards the Board of Ed. As you see, there's a brand new high school, and I think everyone that went to the walkthrough on Monday, from all the feedback that I got was stellar and excited. We have shown a great deal of faith in continuing the salary increases for the teachers that very well deserve it, and we do understand that you're still underpaid for the amount of work and effort you put in. But the reality is we have to be judicious towards our overall townspeople, that it's not an increase that's unmanageable. And then we lose people in this town. And
I disagree with you there. However, I think we lose people in town, the residency has dwindled, not because of the school system. I think that our residency increases because of the school system, and I'm in 1984, I had a choice between two different towns, and I came to North Branford because of the school system. But all I'm saying is, I don't want to diminish and put a dollar sign, because we're worried about a tenth of a mil or a half a mil by taking away from the Board of Ed and what they do, the teachers, the staff, not only the teachers and staff, but you have all other members of the staff to make sure. And let's take one particular instance where athletically, you may budget for a particular event athletically, but they go on to the regionals, the semis, it costs more money to take care of that there. Are we going to diminish that capability because of a dollar sign? I just don't agree with that.
From what we've been shared, when we worked with both Mr. Schoonmaker as superintendent of schools and the chair of the Board of Ed, that's not the case. Sometimes you have to value engineer a little bit, and it'll still likely get to hopefully the same result, and the result here is fantastic education, and we hope to continue that. Again, I can appreciate your thought process. However, it's it's not something I can answer per se that will give you.
I was hoping you would answer that. We can make this motion, change it from 665,000 increase to maybe $1.5 million increase to give them
Well, they're getting
more of a buffer to deal with the issues that are going to come up in the upcoming year with the inflation and everything else. Isn't there something we could do to increase the budget? I mean,
There's a lot that's been done to get to this point.
What?
There's a lot that's been done to get to this point, and that's why we made those those motions earlier to get it to a little over $1 million all into the operating budget.
I will say this. I disagree with the 665K. I think there should be more. and not to reflect on the Board of Ed, 'cause I think you guys deserve more money, I'm not going to vote for 665K, because I think it should be more, all right? Because you're risking our children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, and the teachers and the staff of accomplishing more for North Branford, for the students, and everything else. And I believe some of us at this town council have children and grandchildren in the school system that we want to see them succeed and go on to better colleges and everything else. So for that, Rose, I'm going to be honest with you. I think we need maybe $1.5 million. I'm going to disagree with only 665,000. I want them to get more money. Personally, that's the way I feel. I don't know how the other town council members feel. If they want you to change that to $1.5 million, that's up to them to agree with me or not.
Would you mind if I spoke up?
Yeah, please.
Just so I get the numbers right. Rose, what's the total amount of our budget this year, the town's budget?
The manager on
The total-
town government
Or
operations.
total budget?
What do you mean? I
Is
don't.
it
Meaning the
54
total amount of
million?
expenditure amongst all departments.
The whole budget is 50-something million?
Well, the total appropriations right now as proposed, and it doesn't take into account all of the cuts that we did tonight, but what we got originally was $62,911,822.
So 62.9. How much
Right.
do we give the Board of Ed?
Well, out of that 62.9, the Board of Education was 35.6 million.
So just the comment, the Board of Ed gets half of our budget. We only give them $35 million. And we only just built a brand-new $75 million high school. That's all we did this year. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you. However, it's not only that we built a new high school, okay? The state funded much of that as well, and that is bonded out over a number of years, okay? Because the conditions of the high school from 1964 were so deplorable that teachers and students and faculty could not stay in.
Yeah.
So we didn't give them a
Regardless
gift.
of that.
We did something that
We
was
did, we
right.
had to do, there's no doubt about that, and we're not gonna re-argue with that either.
I'm not-
That's
okay.
why we've had a
You
high
brought-
school
you
built.
brought the issue
I
up,
understand,
not
but
me.
Do you want a roll
in the
call?
spirit of it,
No,
we
I
can
wanna
we'll definitely do a roll call on that.
comment.
In the spirit of this, I think he's trying to illustrate that there's a great deal of the town's budget that does go towards the Board of Ed, which a very worthy, part of our budget.
I
All right, so
I would like to make a comment as well.
Please.
I have to thank members of the town council, because they respected my concerns. I did express concerns to members of the town council. I was very concerned about this board budget. I know it's a difficult tax year. I know we have the debt service. And I feel badly that in this town, the bulk of the tax burden falls upon the homeowner, because we don't have the business we like. I was really concerned because I thought about what the board was asking for, and the fact that if you look at the budget, there's a tremendous amount in there for salaries, benefits, and programs. And I was very concerned, and there are people on this board that know that, very concerned about how we were gonna be able to help the Board of Ed. But I was listened to. Rose listened to me and talked to me. Some other people did. Because I have heard that the powers to be at the Board of Ed are okay now with this budget, they're okay with what's been proposed tonight, I have to say thank you to this town council for listening, because I think, unless I'm wrong, and obviously I have some mistakes in my brain in terms of math, I think we're hopefully giving them over $1 million, therefore I will support this budget.
Thank you.
It's 3%.
Appreciate the council. Any further comment?
Just one. So we're doing 665,000. We just did a motion for approximately 300. That's why I asked, as an approximate of
This
what we're gonna
year,
get.
By the end of this year, we should be getting between 250 and 280. They'll adjust the final.
Right, for next, but this is
No,
for
that's
next year.
this year.
That's for this year.
Yeah.
We're talking about next year. So that's why you can't give us a number for next year. So it's approximately $1 million.
Correct.
Approximate, between the 665 that we're appropriating right now and
Probably a little over, actually.
a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit
more.
Is money we already expended though, respectfully. The excess cost is, for the 280 something that we're getting back, we spent 346. So we're looking at it as income, but it's actually funds that have already been expended. They're giving us 80% of that back.
Correct.
So just in terms of understanding of what that is, it's not revenue for us
Right.
as a town, it's replacing money that we've already spent that we have to then make up for.
Yeah, and
scramble
in
all
another,
over here.
in your prior budget,
But-
of course, it comes to the town.
Right,
from
but the
town
way
back.
it's explained is that it's, it's not 665,000, it will end up being close to, or a little over $1 million.
Correct.
That we're voting on, that we're doing.
Right, we already made two
Right,
votes that
right.
that money's going to their operating
Right,
account.
so it's not $1.5 million, it's really almost $1 million.
All right.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to call the question.
Okay, please. Okay, we will call for roll call.
Mayor McMillan.
Yes.
Mayor Zampano.
Yes.
Counselor Abelson.
Yes.
Counselor Angeloni.
Yes.
Counselor Diamond.
Yes.
Counselor Goode.
Yes.
Counselor Mace.
No.
Counselor Palladino.
Yes.
And Counselor Palacio.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, that passes, thank you. All right, that moves us on to item 3. I absolutely appreciate those who have participated tonight in further understanding the process here and the numbers, and you guys are free to stay for the rest of this fun meeting if you'd like to.
We could just a 2-minute
Yep,
break.
why don't you we'll take a 2 minutes quick break.
Okay.
Did you make it 3 minutes?
We can make it 3 minutes.
Yeah, right. No, you're not, Vince, you're not by yourself. I question, don't, of course not.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Do we have, do you have one bottle of water? Let's change one bottle of water.
I have spring water.
Thank you. Thank you.
Stop.
Okay. Wait. Brian, come here. Come over to Mike. Mike, you come over.
I couldn't make it. I was trying. We're here. I said, Lord, there you go. I'm never gonna. Yeah, she went with all her friends. They all graduated in 80 and 81. Yeah, they took pictures of themselves and they almost go, they signed the walls. She claimed their faith. She's good. No, that's it.
No problem.
Correction to the budget.
Say so.
Oh no, this is, okay, that's what I wanted to know, if you had another.
No. Here we are.
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, wait. Something on the budget side about this.
Okay.
One night.
All right.
So everybody's got the three pieces of paper. You got the budget question, the adopting motion, and the page where you are currently.
Regarding Grace, this is the same.
I went back when I was like, that's the same there.
That's the January one. She told me she was never coming again and then called and registered for a trip. And I said, why are you coming? I just need you to sign another code of conduct and understand that our policy is based on our previous conversation. And she lost it and said that I was a terrible person and that we hate her here. No, she just decided to reappear, and I reminded her that prior to her rejoining us, she needs to re-sign her code of conduct and go over it with a staff member and how to. That happened today. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm saying. Oh yeah. And she feels that we're mistreating her, even though we have everybody sign the code of conduct. Like we try to be consistent. Like these are our rules to come here, be kind to others. She's very much of I can speak to you however I want to speak to you. Sure. Sorry.
It sounds like there's one everywhere, right? So she's the only one. Still a good ratio.
No. Oh, I know. No, because I bet think it was.
People do that. And if you don't press
Okay, is that good?
No.
No, because I didn't recognize the question because no one texted it. So I was asking.
Hey, Jeff.
And Brian.
First saying that shop with me, but I didn't recognize it.
Brian.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
We don't get paid enough.
I know, right? Yeah.
Have a great.
All right, I'm gonna bring this back in. Is everyone here? Counselors all back in? Hey, Mike, is Ron still with us?
Yep.
Okay, thanks, Ron. Sorry to
You got no respect.
leave on you. I know. Seriously.
You still on a cruise?
No, he got stuck in.
Flight delay coming back.
I know. Flintstone has ones like that.
Is this new? It just dropped off, okay.
What is he in Lauderdale?
Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
He's at the piers.
Sounded like it.
What?
I got
I know, right?
sold back 15 years ago, the same way, went on a cruise, came back.
All right, the harbor master's here. We're good? Okay.
Hey, Michelle, I really.
We have a harbor master here, actually.
Figure out what I can say about it.
All right. Call the meeting back to order. We're going to start up on item 3, minutes of previous meetings. I'll accept the motion for April 4th, 2023, special WPCA and Town Council meeting at 7 p.m.
So moved.
Motion by Councilor Angeloni, seconded by Deputy Mayor Zampano. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstained, thank you. Item B, April 4th, 2023, special hearing, budget hearing, 8 p.m.
So moved.
Motion by Councilor Angeloni, seconded by Deputy Mayor Zampano. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Do I have ayes? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Okay, on to item C, April 6th, 2023, special meeting Town Council.
So moved.
Motion by Councilor Angeloni, seconded by Deputy Mayor Zampano. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstained, thank you. Okay, regular town council meeting, on to item 4, reports of committees, boards, and commissions. Item A, Economic Development Commission. Michael? Sorry, Nick.
The next, I don't believe there was an April meeting. I don't.
They canceled it,
Yeah,
yeah.
I believe it was canceled. I don't think they had a forum. So the next meeting is Monday, May 1st.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Okay, on to item B, Parks and Recreation. Councilor Angeloni.
The next meeting is next week, April 25th.
Okay, thank you. On to item C, Police Commission. Councilor Diamond.
And the meeting was canceled, however, the chief sent me 2 items that he wanted me to share.
Yep.
On April 3rd, 2023, the North Branford 911 Center received a call for an unresponsive 9-month-old child. Before their arrival, dispatcher Xerxes provided pre-arrival CPR instructions to the caller. Fire Chief Anthony Esposito and Officer Timothy Cunningham arrived on the scene at the same time. Upon their arrival, they located an unresponsive 9-month-old who had a bluish color. These first responders immediately initiated CPR and life-saving measures. The North Branford Fire Department, Company 1, and the North Branford Fire Department medics arrived on the scene and provided advanced life support. The 9-month-old child was resuscitated and transported to Yale New Haven Hospital Pediatric Division. I think that's great.
That's amazing.
Nice job,
The
Anthony.
second one happened
How
on,
is, do we have any update, by the way, how that child's doing?
my understanding, maybe Anthony knows, I don't, my understanding the child's fine.
Anthony? Yeah, that's awesome.
Then on April 6th, North Branford 911 Center received a,
Yeah, that deserves applause.
on April 6th of 2023, North Branford 911 Center received a call regarding a woman actively in labor. Dispatcher Xerxes provided instructions on how to deliver the baby. The baby was born before medical responders could arrive on the scene.
Been there,
The
done
baby's
that?
fine. The baby's fine, and both the mother and the baby were transported to the hospital. So that's a
Very
pretty
cool.
big thing.
As many know, or some don't, my wife and I also had a baby in our driveway in Northford, so whoever that person was, God bless. It's not easy, and what you're gonna come to find out is Yale will still bill you for the delivery, even though you did it in your driveway. So, and I didn't get any compensation for being a delivery person.
And the only
so.
other thing he wanted to report is that Newfield Construction has begun to pour the footings for the new PD, so that's a great sign.
That's good, thank you. Okay, thank you for those updates. And thank you again for the folks, the first responders that helped that 9-month child. I mean, I think that's
good
an absolute blessing, so thank you very much. Okay, on to item D, Fire Commission. Ron, do you have anything there?
No updates currently. I was out of town for the last meeting. I'll update next month.
Thank you, sir. Okay, item E, Planning and
Thank
Zoning
you.
Commission. Item E, Planning and Zoning Commission.
Next meeting, Thursday, April 20th.
Thank you, sir. Item F, Finance Subcommittee.
We did not meet last week due to budget season, so the next meeting is scheduled for the second Tuesday in May.
Okay, thank you. Item G, Public Safety Commission Subcommittee.
Okay, the committee met on March 29th. I think the most important thing to share is that they're waiting on a notice to proceed to install their town radio equipment on the towers at both Hillcon and Glenville Road. They're still anticipating to be finished with the project by the end of June. So they're on target, except they have to wait for that notice to proceed. So they can put that, they have the equipment, they need to put it on the towers.
And that starts the process. And is there any update on the tower up in Northford?
From what I understand, it's going along very well.
Seems like it's going well.
It looks to me like it's ready
Yeah.
to go. It's just that they have to have.
So they may come online both at kind of the same
They
time.
should be able to, yeah.
That'd be great. Okay, thank you. All right, and then on to CIWWA.
Okay, the Inland Wetlands Commission met on March 22nd. The commission removed a cease and desist action on a homeowner because that homeowner now has a plan to rectify the situation following conditions prepared by the town planner. So that's been going on for months. I'm so happy to hear that is over. The town planner is also working with another owner to remove culverts in the Farm River due to development of property on Totucket Road. The commission is preparing a homeowner's guide to wetlands that will hopefully be published, and people will get an opportunity to understand why there's so many rules and regulations that come from the state in terms of wetlands on your private property. And the last thing, and I think this is important, especially for Park and Rec, the Southwest Conservation District has completed its soil assessment for a proposed disc golf course. The town planner and the Park and Rec director will work together to get this area ready and protect wetlands.
Great, thank
So
you.
that's all set.
Yeah, that's a great thing. Okay, on to item 5, town manager report. Item A, general updates. Michael?
Mr. Mayor, members of the town council, our new tax collector, Jerry Winnick, started with us effective April 10th. That was 8 days ago, and she's still here with us, so that's a good sign. And I wanted to take the opportunity to introduce you to her today, so you can see her. There she is, over there.
Jerry, thanks for staying.
Can you come on this side of the
Yeah.
pole here? Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining aboard here, this crazy little town.
Appreciate the opportunity.
We appreciate having you.
Next piece of business, our town website. I'm pleased to announce that it is complete and will launch tomorrow. It represents a enormous uptick in our capacity to communicate with town residents, lots of new bells and whistles, as I've reported to you before. So we're looking forward to that going online tomorrow.
Mike, would you share everyone's address so they have it?
It actually, if you use the old one, it will send you to the new one.
For a period of time, or is that indefinite?
Probably indefinitely.
Okay.
We can turn that off like down the road if we wanted to,
Yeah.
but for now it'll do that. But it's northbranfordct.gov.
Okay, so it's finally a .gov versus a .com.
Correct, and it's a lot shorter.
Appropriate.
And much shorter.
Much
Yeah.
shorter. You don't have to have a,
Yeah.
hieroglyphic
If
or
it was
anything
your
like
name
that.
and you were playing sports, our current website, you'd need 2 backs.
Yeah.
New Jersey. But a little shorter, so yeah, so we're looking forward to that. So that's a big thing.
Yeah, that's exciting. It's been long overdue, so thank you.
Thank you. Last night, we had a public tour of the new high school building, and I attended that, and it was terrific to see so many members of the public, fellow NBHS alum, and teachers that I ran into that I hadn't seen in a long time. And they get to see what's left of the old high school and say farewell to it, and to see the impressive brand-new building. Tours are given by visitors, 2 visitors by the students over the course of a 2-hour period last night. Our Park and Rec Department is sponsoring our annual Junk in Your Trunk event on Saturday, April 29th from 8:30 to 12:30 p.m. At the Stanley T. William parking lot, where you can sell tag sale items from the trunk of your car, and you can bring your own table to display your goods. Register by April 26th at nbrecreation.com. The fee is $10 per parking space. And Park and Rec is also sponsoring a truck event on May 20th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. with a quiet time of 12:30 to 1 p.m. at the Stanley T. Williams parking lot. Our springtime bulky waste collection, the attention this gets, it's festival-like, so you can consider it the festival of couches and furniture in the front yards. That's taking place this week. It's on the date of your regular collection. Items can be placed curbside up to a week before your collection date. The bulky waste includes tree limbs, tree branches, scrap wood, rugs, and all these items need to be less than 4 feet long, no thicker than 4 inches, and need to be bundled and tied. Couches, mattresses, box springs, picnic tables, and wooden furniture, no scrap vehicle parts, and no home cleanouts. And lastly, the North Branford Rotary Club is sponsoring a paper shredding event on May 6th at Town Hall between the hours of 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. If you have old documents or clutter you need to dispose of, the cost is $10 per banker's box. That concludes my report.
Thank you, sir. Is there anything from item B, Permanent Project Building Committee, or is that encompassed with the walkthrough?
Well, that's just for the high school.
Okay.
I'll start with Stanley T. Williams Community Center. The job's proceeding with an anticipated conclusion of April 30th, which is ahead of schedule. As I've noted previously with the council, we did have some disruptions to the programs there last week as a result of debris from the roof rips, but the facility is open and programs are taking place as scheduled right now. For the police department and EOC, the site work at the location continues, and the concrete slab is expected to be poured on May 1st. And for the North Branford Intermediate School, the project has been advertised with an opening date extended to May 3rd. North Branford High School students, as you know, had their first day of school in the high school yesterday. As I mentioned, they had the tour of the facility, and the punch list is being worked through. The Phase 2 abatement will be performed the remainder of this month and into May, with the demo of the remaining section of the high school to begin at the end of May. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, sir. Okay. On to item 6, community events and presentations. Item A, Earth Day proclamation. Okay, so I have a proclamation here that we put together, and I'll read it off. So, little view of the proclamation here. It's very nicely done. I like these newer plaques. Proclamation Earth Day. Whereas the first Earth Day was celebrated on April 22nd, 1970, with the goal of inspiring environmental awareness, encouraging the conservation, protection, and appreciation of our nation's natural resources. And whereas it is the responsibility of each of us to safeguard the environment by recognizing that all human life depends upon the earth and upon one another for our mutual existence, well-being, and development. And whereas the steps we can take to protect and preserve our natural environment through education, partnerships, and positive actions should be encouraged in the town of North Branford. And whereas the citizens of North Branford are committed not only to the protection and preservation of our environment, but also to the restoration of ecosystems and habitat. And whereas the town of North Branford citizens, staff, and elected officials are working closely with federal, state, and local governments and with non-governmental organizations to develop and implement regulations and ordinances specifically designed to preserve and improve the town of North Branford's fragile ecosystems and the quality of life there within. And whereas the town of North Branford proudly recognizes all who participate in Earth Day for their dedication to taking a proactive role in shaping the future of our environment and protecting the town of North Branford's precious natural resources. Now, therefore, we, the Town Council of Town of North Branford, Connecticut, do hereby proclaim April 22nd, 2023 as Earth Day in the town of North Branford and urge our citizens to be mindful of local, state, and national laws which protect our environment and to join in the efforts to preserve the beauty and wonder of the land, skies, and water of the earth in all of its diversity. Dated this 18th day of April 2023 and authorized by my signature affixed here too. So that's the Earth Day plaque here. How are you, sir?
Good, I'm ready to accept it.
That's right. Okay, so we're gonna do a sure.
Yeah.
Right.
So Bill, what's no mow May? Don't cut your
No
lawn.
mold is dangerous. This is a new phenomenon.
Really?
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What's your last name?
Silverstein.
Sounds Italian to me,
Yeah.
but you're all in green. Screaming Irish.
Green's the Italian flag.
Green's not Italian, I'm sorry.
Hold your up, hold your feet up, there you go. Hold your poke in the eyes, that's right.
No mold May.
Ready on 3? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Bill.
And this is back to you, Mike?
Yes.
Spumoni is green, right?
Right to the citizen statement. Don't cut the dandelions.
I want to see you Columbus Day, Bill.
All right. Bill, we gotta get you a safer sign. That doesn't seem very safe.
That's fine.
Half the people on this council have already poked their eye out.
Have you seen the signs all over town?
I know.
The banners?
You have that thing double-sided, but in the wrong direction. Okay.
Really?
All right, so Earth Day citizen statements and petitions and correspondence. So, sir, would you like to speak to
I'm
citizen
going to
statements?
speak on Earth Day. I want to speak about Earth Day this coming Saturday. It looks like the weather's going to be good for us. Hopefully, we get a good crowd because we do this in corresponding with Little League opening day. We got sort of a captured crowd there. We only want to grab the crowd for 20 minutes, a half hour, just to tell them what we do in town about and make them aware of what's going on. The newest phenomenon is No Mow May. This is coming over from the British Isles. They've been doing it for years and catching on a little more. It's all about the dandelions, and that's why it's only the month of May. It's all about pollination I'm not gonna explain any more of that because I don't know a lot about it. But anyway, so we're gonna have a few displays. I think a couple of months or so ago, we talked about, I asked the council to see if anybody wants to show up, shake some hands. We're gonna be handing out some of our newer flyers. This is a flyer just printed up. As we know, starting this year, there's many more items that can be recycled. All these coffee cartons and stuff like that. So this is the newest list that you'll get a deposit on. Of course, starting next January, everything goes up to 10 cents. So that's about it. Unless anybody's got any questions, please come by. We're going to have hot coffee and cocoa on Saturday and a few guests. So
Down at
we're gonna
Wallfield, correct, Bill?
Excuse me?
Down at Wallfield,
Wallfield.
the new Wallfield?
Yep. And again, this year, we're going to give away, that was a little catchy thing. We have a 6-pack of sunflowers. Just a little piece of earth with 2 sunflower seeds in them.
Nice.
In a little 6-pack, and take them home and, treat them right till Mother's Day and then let them grow,
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you.
Good. Okay, thank you, Bill, appreciate that. All right, so I'll carry on, extend to citizen statements and petitions and correspondence, if there's any. I'm sorry? Oh, sorry. Please state your name
Good
and
evening.
address, please.
Jeannie Salzo. I'm from 18 Jackson Lane. I'm here to speak to you about a subject that I know you don't want to hear about, but I need to bring to your attention. It's with respect that I come here today, and I'm very sincere about it. I'd like to talk about freezing the taxes for seniors. We seniors at the senior center and otherwise, many don't go to the senior center, as some people know, but they all have one problem. Everything's going up, including our taxes, and our income's not. We're struggling. And I have today a petition that we started. We're going to continue this, though. I'd like to handle this to Mr. Downs, if that's possible.
Sure.
Thank you. We very much need your help. We're not asking not to pay taxes. That's not our point. Our point is, at some point, it needs to be frozen so that as our income stays here, our taxes aren't going this way. We have to be the same level. We're proud of our city. We love our city. We get many benefits from our city, but we're limited. So with that, I'd like you to please consider that. Thank you.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I think you'll see some interesting things on the agenda ahead of us. Yeah.
Can I say something to that?
Sure.
I
Quick
signed
though,
that,
okay.
oh, Bill, let Bill go.
Oh, go ahead, Bill. Go ahead.
No, I signed that petition and I support.
Oh, you
that.
did? I did
And
too.
I will start coming to the I'm a senior. I will start coming, but I support you guys, you know that. And maybe something the town council could do, but I agree with you, whatever we could do. But go ahead, Bill, I'm sorry.
Bill Savis down on Sunnyside Drive. Okay, I saw in the packet that basically it's the same presentation that was back a couple of months ago. And I think we really have to, I didn't see the material that Dave Ambrose had gotten from the other towns in there. Now, if we could just go back a minute, some of the information was from the other towns. I think if you really look into it, they were behind in their credits or whatever their ordinance says, just like I think we were, only at $300. But I think the more important thing that's got to be remembered is the cap. It seems like whatever's going to be done, you have to stay under a cap. Well, that cap has got to go up just like everything else went up. Now, there was a couple of examples on the surrounding towns where the cap is normal at 1/2 of 1% of the total budget. Our budget is around 56 million. 1% is 560,000, half of that is 280. So that's where that cap should be. I hope you guys do the right thing tonight. I was happy to see that the ladies brought this petition here. So let's do the right thing, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
Oh, and last thing, I know you're talking about the John's contract. I don't know what you're going to talk about. There's nothing in your packet unless you got something in front of you about the contract. It might be about the bulky waste. But if you go around town, believe me, I'm on the committee. You guys know I'm on the committee. We do advertisements, but it's very disheartening when we do 3 collections a year for mattresses and electronics. There's no electronics out there, but mattresses. We get 3 or 4 dozen, three times a year. But still, there's 10 dozen out there. And we just had the collection less than 3 weeks ago because we got rained out and snowed out or whatever. But meanwhile, all the mattresses are piled up. Mr. Mayor, you said last week at the budget meeting you feel as though the residents deserve it, and we do. But there's some that are abusing it. We got to find a way that they don't abuse it. These couches out there like that. There's good, beautiful stuff. All they have to do is bring it to Habitat for Humanity. And meanwhile, it's sitting in the rain soaking. And meanwhile, the guy next door, me and you, we got to pay for them being lazy. That's the unfair part of it. Little disappointed that you signed on for 2 years. I think I thought we'd do a 1-year deal, 1 bulk a year, and let them get used to something like that. Maybe even pay for mattresses separate.
It wasn't our choice. They withdrew all of their things. We only had a choice to stay with 2, and that's what we did.
I don't want to get into that. If anybody on the council remembers, I was pretty disappointed in that contract. But anyway, thank you.
One thing.
Yeah.
No, hold on.
Mention to
Bruce, I apologize, but.
To the women for the petition, what is the procedure that we follow now that a petition has been given to the town manager? How do the signatures get verified, and what action does the town council take on a petition that a number of residents are asking us to do something? What do we do now with that petition?
I think we could put together some type of information committee. Would you like to share that? Would you like to work on that?
I learned in the service, never volunteer for anything. However, for my lady friends out there, if I had to serve on that committee and chair something, as long as town counselor could tell me what my obligations are, when a petition is submitted, what obligations do we have to respond to it? And to the number, do you know how many people signed that?
But I can get a lot more.
Well, whatever, I just want to know what I'd have to do to accommodate
Right
that.
now, we have just under 60.
Yeah, it says
That's what we have right now.
54 on here.
I'd just like to know what we have to do with it.
I'll just ask Ryan. Ryan, is there a procedure as to how a town should approach a petition that's brought forth?
Well, you have in your charter, section 4-11, the power of initiative that I was referring to, which talks about the elector shall have the power by petition to propose to the council any ordinance or other measure except an ordinance or resolution removing officials, authorizing taxes or fixing the tax rate. If the council fails to adopt such ordinance or other measure within 30 days after petition, the 90-day election, so they'd have to follow, the electors would have to follow the power of initiative set forth in the chapter, explain what to do and how to do it if they wanted to try to propose an ordinance. Otherwise, the petition is just, given to Mr. Downs, who will just share copies with you. There's nothing otherwise you have to do. It's just a petition saying we support tax freeze or
basically, they would have to propose an ordinance to us.
Yeah, they'd have to come, right, yeah, the council, yeah, it talks about,
Within a certain time frame.
But don't we already have a proposal already to increase the wages, the income?
Yes.
From X amount to 5,200, and from X amount to 60,000 a year for joint?
Yes,
So
that's
I don't
jumping
think
up.
that that's what they're looking for. They're looking for more of a freeze. Am I correct, ladies?
Yes, correct.
All right, so they're looking for more of a freeze as opposed to an income level.
Mhm.
I don't mind working with them, I just don't know.
Well, that might be a
what
new
authority
ordinance,
we
so that's why
have.
they would have to propose
Yeah.
it according
I
to
would-
that.
I would suggest that you speak with Town Manager Downs and our Town Attorney Brian, and work with those folks. Take it seriously. Well, if there's an ordinance to be written there, it's something that we can look to change. I would suggest you bring it forth towards council.
Okay. After the meeting, hang around, give me your names and telephone numbers. I will talk to the town manager and to town council and see where, if anywhere, we can, no guarantees, but if anywhere we can go with some kind of a freeze for senior citizens on property taxes. Is it, okay, all right.
Yeah, something to look
Yeah,
into.
thanks a lot for the appointment, I appreciate it.
I appreciate
Anything
it.
else you can send my way?
Okay, great.
Nothing.
That's great to hear.
Duly noted.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep it coming.
Question is, will you have point of order on your own? Okay. Little fun with that. There's Bob, how are you?
Good. How's everybody?
Well, thank you.
Great group. Wonderful. Doing a great job.
Thank you.
I have something to say about this here, about the freeze. This has been bothering me for a long time. My voice is a little shot, so I'll do the best that I can. And I took the wrong glasses, so I can't see what I'm reading, but I'll do the best I can with that too. I've talked about this to some of the council members before when I sat up there with you guys, where you guys are. And, hang on a minute. The business, I wrote this afternoon quickly, so it's short. Of course, if I keep talking, it won't be short, but I'll do it as quick as I can. The business I'm in, I see a lot of senior citizens. Probably 80% of my customers are seniors. I've known for a long time that many of them are having trouble paying for their housing, their food, their medicine, and their medical that they need. Many of them have lived in North Branford for their whole life. Others have been here for 40, 50, 60 years. I hear from them many times that if their taxes are increased, they're not going to be able to stay here. They'll have to leave North Branford and move somewhere else. They have been a big part of making this this town what it is, and now they need your help. Please do what you can for them, and I appreciate anything that you guys can do for us. I'm a senior too.
Appreciate it, Bob.
Thank you.
Thank you. And please know that we take this seriously. We understand that
I know you do.
our senior citizens are the fabric of this community and have built this community where it is, and we appreciate them, and we know they're vulnerable in a time period where income's not rising, but certainly costs are. So we take this seriously. It's something that we need to continue to look at. It's not an easy fix. We're trying to do our best and not make taxes go up in general and do the right thing and bring in further commerce. You're gonna see, there's gonna be an appointment on here, to bring in an assistant town manager, and that person's job is going to be, a third, if not more, focused on economic development. And the goal of bringing commerce to this town so the burden isn't on you as a taxpayer, specifically on those folks that are most vulnerable that need, that type of relief. So it's something we've taken into account, and it's particularly for my own personal agenda, it's a very important part of it, in doing the right thing for this town and continuing to grow. We haven't always stewarded that in the past, so we have to figure it out in the going future here.
Thank you.
All right, so thank you very much.
Bob, can you give me your phone number before you leave?
Sure, yeah.
Because I can hook up with the ladies.
Okay.
Sorry, Chris.
Cliff Potter, 1251 Middletown Avenue. As you know, I've
been concerned about commission members. I guess I got a question. When somebody gets put on a commission or a committee or something, are they trained or are they just put in a seat and shoot from the hip?
So committee members are, if you don't mind me interrupting and
Oh, no,
answering your question.
yeah, no, I'd rather.
Committee members are devised and their appointments are brought by either DNC or RNC groups within the town, or there's obviously the ability to have someone that's unaffiliated nominated. Typically, it's someone that shows interest in that particular area, and I wouldn't say there's any formalized training per se. It's hard to do in an environment like this, but there's lots of conversation that goes about it, and there's lots of, as they say, OGT, right, on-the-job training. You know, getting in there and getting your feet wet. I mean, I'm proof in the pudding. I'm new to this as well, and I'm jumped in, and I'm hopefully doing an okay job and continue to do so. But it's a matter of getting involved, and you start to learn more and more.
Okay, I'll go to some of the historian. Didn't we have a thing with the past lawyer?
Yes.
He was going to conduct classes.
He did do that. We did have a session.
Okay.
It was that those classes, though, were more about
Procedure.
Okay.
Yeah, they were more Robert's rules.
Right.
Like divide, you know, instead of reading the book, getting kind of the Cliff Notes version.
Okay.
Which is great for the flow of a meeting.
Right.
But it doesn't necessarily give training on, you know,
All right,
certain
well,
content,
you're
subject.
going to reappoint maybe 2 people tonight. One of those is not going to get a Christmas card from me. I question ethics. I'm sorry.
Cliff, you're great.
I'm trying to be polite. Well, you didn't get one either, so you can be mad at me too. Not so much a training, the ethics. I mean, he's prior military, I'm prior military. There's a way you conduct business. Hissy fits, I don't believe, are going to be in that training. I've seen too many of them. I'm getting sick of watching them. Our citizens are struggling as it is. They're made to come back before these commissions. If they have to have an engineer, that engineer charges them again. I want to see better control. Town planner had a plan. The commissioners didn't like it. It caused more upheaval. So again, I don't know what we need. I don't want to see them step down. I want to see them step up and meet what the customer, the citizen, the taxpayer needs. Don't sit there with a book of rules and say, you did this wrong, you did this wrong. Help them. Don't chastise them. And I see way too much of it, and I'm not afraid to share that stuff with you. And also, I was surprised that on another subject, you're a real techie guy. How come when your wife was delivering, you didn't go on YouTube? I mean, you were right there with the computer.
Did my wife put you up to saying that?
No, just, matter of fact, we got a guy here that wants to do everything. He should do a YouTube video on how to deliver babies in our town.
Counselor Mace, I support that idea.
Okay. You want to give him another job title?
Yeah.
Enough of that. Okay, but I really,
Going off the rails tonight.
I know, I really care, and I don't want to see anybody come off the committees. I want to see them reeled in and help our people. And not all situations are not going to be able to appease them, but when a guy sits it there and says, I'm not going to vote, I want to slap him. I'm sorry. I don't operate that way. I try to be polite with you guys.
Try not to slap people, absolutely.
I've never raised my voice at you. So again, I think we just need to tighten up our commissions and committee members.
I get it, but I'm going to come back to you. The same thing I've said to you before. If that, I know the committee you're talking about. Would love to have you join it.
I have to. Well, I do a
that
lot.
to Mace. You see what I just did to him there?
I do a lot on. I do a lot on the military side of things.
I get it.
And so that's. I'm trying to get my retirement back. I lost it.
I don't blame you.
So again, that's why I appreciate it. And like the hours you guys put in, phenomenal.
Thank you.
And you know, it's still a great town, but we gotta really keep it that way, and we gotta treat our citizens better.
That's the goal.
Thank you.
Can I just say,
I'm gonna go to Marie and then.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe a
All right, thank
suggestion
you.
is to
Thank
send,
you.
Thank you.
maybe a suggestion is send some kind of a note to the chairman of those commissions, who obviously have some experience, and ask them to do a little review.
It's not a bad idea.
I mean, I think, obviously, a lot of the people that are chair have been chair for a long time. They have the knowledge base. Maybe just, spend about 10 minutes with a new member and just kind of review some of the procedures.
I think that's I think that's
do
something that
that,
can be
send a
done.
note to them.
And again, I'm not trying to off-put it, but I'd make the suggestion that you talk to your DNC chair and make that suggestion for DNC. If because there are DNC chairmen, there are Democrat chairmen, and I would suggest, my friend over here is also part of the RNC, to make that suggestion to the RNC chair. And I think that's a great idea. It's never a bad idea to kind of cut back and continue to learn. So I think it's a smart idea, and I thank you for that, Counselor. Counselor Mace.
It's interesting what Cliff brings up, because in our community, every commission, every committee, all volunteers, it's not
Correct.
paid, okay? And some people are just forced to be the chairperson of it, they didn't want it, but nobody else would do it. However, I think Brian is well-versed in Robert's Rules of Order, and if he could conduct a class of committee chairpersons on the proper way to address how a meeting is run, how motions are made, how points of order are made. I don't know if he'd be volunteering to do
We get
that. Like you volunteered.
But I think in the spirit of the conversation, it's less about the rules, Robert's Rules aspect, more about the subject content.
Yeah,
subject matter.
but the bottom line is, if they know how to run a meeting, they will learn the subject matter of the committee that they're serving on. And I think Cliff brings up where it gets out of control,
Yeah.
because somebody doesn't control the meeting.
It's happening right now.
And the chair. And the chairperson should control the meeting. Am I correct?
Since you're not having comment, you're on public comment.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, all right, so with that said, in the spirit of
All
that,
right.
let's go back
Thank
to the
you, Cliff.
meeting. Okay, thank you, and thank you for all your comments, I appreciate it.
One thing, back to the last thing.
We're done with that, we're moving
To
on.
the, I know, but I, all right, forget it.
Yeah, we're moving, we're
Forget
gonna
it.
get it back on the
So now
rails
you're
here.
breaking the rules.
Get the
No,
trains
I know,
working.
point of order, Robert's rules.
Yeah.
We
Those
didn't get a
damn
chance to
rules.
say anything. but
Okay.
That's fine.
Sorry, bud.
It's
All right.
okay.
Item 8, resignations and appointments. So we're gonna, item A, reappointment of Frank Bergano, Republican, to the Conservation and IWWA, term to expire 12/31/2024.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Goode. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Abstained? It
He's
throws
still
me off.
there.
He's so delayed.
Just hanging in.
Ron, you are a trooper tonight, buddy. Thank you.
A little bit
Yeah, I
louder
didn't
though,
expect him to be
Ron.
there.
We can't hear you, Ron.
I got about
Yeah,
3 and it's still blowing.
He's waiting for all the
The
tugboats to
ship
come out.
left.
Yeah. Got the tugboats to look for. Okay, so item B, reappointment of Ron Sienna, Republican, to the Planning and Zoning Committee, term to expire 5/31/2026.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Angeloni, seconded by Counselor Goode. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Abstained? Thank you. Okay, on to unfinished business discussion and action. Discussion and action to create the town blueprint committee to advise, assist, and formulate execution of the town plan and blueprint. We're gonna move this forward. This is something we kept on the unfinished business because it's something we're gonna kind of tackle after budget season. So I would anticipate first, second meeting of May that we start to dive into this and build out what that committee is gonna look like.
Well, because I believe in the original draft of this is like the first thing would be presented to the council at the end of this year. So
Correct.
time is ticking.
Time is ticking, absolutely. So let's look towards this first, can we do this first meeting or second meeting of May?
Okay, so you want me to put this in new
that a
business
table?
for?
For our second meeting of May.
Yeah, sure.
Okay?
Got it.
Okay, on to review of trash recycling contract, John's Refuse.
I have no new items to report relative to that, although having made the budgetary decision on it, we'll have the documents prepared and then ready for you the first meeting in May, so that you can
Thank you.
approve those and authorize the signing.
Great, thank you very much. Okay, on to C, review of intermunicipal animal control agreement. We're gonna push this forward. We wanna make sure that we get this contract correct. We're gonna send over to our town attorney to look at and make sure that it's, ship shape. I think we enjoyed the look of faces. We enjoyed the presentation that we had last week. And we look forward to discussing this further on the first meeting in May. I would suggest putting that also into, can that go into new business as an action item?
Yeah.
Okay, then yes, that's what we'll do.
So is that a point for clarification? Is it the, between Branford and East Haven agreement?
It's
or
looking at, so we're currently with Branford, nothing needs to be done with that. It's a matter of if we're gonna look towards East Haven and, there's significant savings and there's a uptick in the actual services. We've given the opportunity for Branford also to make comment. It's actually been in the newspapers as well. So, there's enough time that's gone by. We're gonna have a conversation and see what direction we're gonna go in as
All right,
a
so
first
all
meeting.
all I'm questioning is, it says review of intermunicipal animal control agreement. We have an agreement with Branford, we don't have one with East Haven, but East Haven made a presentation.
Correct.
So are we going to compare the two of them? Is that what we're doing in the minutes?
Yes,
that
we'll get some copy on both and for you to look through what makes sense.
Just make that part of the record, compare between Branford and East Haven, that's all.
Current services in East Haven.
The question is, are you asking also, do you want them to take action? Are they gonna take action at that time? Or just discuss? Is that what your question is?
I believe.
No, my question is,
we'll
we're
look
gonna
to
take action. I think the question is, review, doesn't say action, review the intermunicipal animal control agreement. We have an agreement with Branford, we don't have one with East Haven.
Correct, so we're gonna
All right.
review and action.
Oh, review and action,
Correct.
okay, just.
Okay, well, that's good, good point of order.
Want to know where I'm going,
Review and action on proposal.
that's all I want.
Okay. All right, on to item D, discussion and creation of the 1831 committee. Again, something we're gonna push forward, keep unfinished business. That's relatively preemptive of that committee in the, is it 250th anniversary? Or 100th?
200th.
200th, I'm sorry, 200th anniversary.
1831,
1831,
200.
of course, yes. So, math.
Simple math, I
getting
know
late.
it was a,
Right, hey, finance guy's smart. Okay, that works. Moving on to item 10, new business discussion and action. Proposed ordinance number 2023-1 amends chapter 213 of the Code of North Branford entitled Taxation. Okay, Rose, you want to give some color on this?
sure. So this is the ordinance where we already had the public hearing. The public hearing was closed, and now we are prepared to take action. I just have a question for the town attorney. If we wanted to, if we wanted to do a graduated increase, so we do it would take effect for July 1st of this year, whatever we vote on. If we say we want one amount for this July and then another dollar amount for another year, do we put that in the motion?
You can do that, you could, part of your motion, instead of, yes, that's correct. It could be an X dollar credit effective July 2023 to pick a year, and then we can have a Y dollar credit effective July 24, 25, whatever you want, you can do. You can have, the first version you were talking about, I think, one suggestion was to do different amounts.
Correct, the graduated.
Whatever your pleasure is, you can do either way.
And if we didn't do anything and just did one that was effective this July, would we have to go through another public hearing to increase it further down the road?
Yes, if you're going to amend the ordinance, yeah, that's correct.
Even if we amend it now with anticipation of it?
I think you're
No.
saying at a future time she's asking.
If we didn't do it in this one.
You're saying
Oh,
you
gotcha.
approve,
Gotcha.
$10 a year effective July 2023, and then voted on it. Next month you wanted to do something the following year. or
You'd have to reopen ordinance.
You have to start from square one.
Yep. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. Okay, so when we had the public hearing, so the change, one of the changes was to change the qualifying income threshold. So that is in section 213-9D, and it was to raise it from $42,500 to $50,000 for individuals, and from $52,500 to $61,000 for joint filers. And this puts it more in line with what the state requirements are, the income limitations. So that's one section of it. The other one is to increase the actual benefit. Right now, our benefit is at $300. So I would like to make a motion that the amendments to section 213-9D, 213-10, and 213-17 be and are hereby approved with the amount of tax relief set forth in section 213-10 increased from $300 per property to $500 per property effective July 1st, 2023, and increased to $700 per property effective July 1st, 2024.
Second.
Motion by Councilor Angeloni, seconded by Deputy Mayor Zampano. Any discussion?
As long as this doesn't have an effect on what I'm going to work on.
No, that's a
By the-
separate
Yeah,
ordinance. This is,
Okay.
this is something we worked on now from the original ordinance that we've talked about, and we wanted to make sure, we didn't want to step up slowly. We discussed about stepping up more aggressively for the very express purpose of helping those people most vulnerable. But it certainly continued, this is something now, and then we can continue the conversation and how to make it work within our budget. I mean, I'd rather do something now and then continue to have that conversation versus wait and nothing ever happen.
I may be doing with the seniors.
Yeah, that's a whole different ordinance. We'll have-
Okay.
Yep.
But, Mr. Mayor, can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
If, let's just say we were to freeze the taxes, like for the senior citizens,
Mhm.
now this would go away then, right?
Yes, you would, this would likely.
Well, it depends on
change.
how the ordinance is written.
Yeah, it depends on, again, yeah, that's true. So it
Right.
depends on how it's
You
written.
can have alternative programs. Some towns I know have alternative programs where you may freeze the taxes, but put a lien on the property for the difference between the taxes as would apply versus the taxes that you're actually gonna pay. There's all different ways. These programs can go a number of different directions. You can, I have to see whether you, we have to do some research to see whether you can just freeze the taxes and just leave them sitting at that level and have no lien or no.
We did that in the past.
So we have to-
Expired.
We still do under the current laws. So you can have alternative programs. Someone can perhaps opt, I'd rather take a little bit of money, I'd rather freeze, I'd rather defer.
Right.
There's a lot, it's not that simple.
So it might be the type of thing where they.
It's not a simple discussion, yeah.
Yeah, it's something that we need to dive into. Thus, we
Just
appreciate
I
your
look forward
work.
to working with the town manager, with town council, with our seniors, to come up with some kind of a
Town
plan
attorney.
to do something to
Okay.
help those who are struggling with property taxes.
And this is, of course, a show of good faith
Yeah.
in a more aggressive manner right now while we're doing this, while we're doing these other
Yeah,
studies.
because I was looking to pay no taxes at all, so.
Well, yeah, we'd like to do
Well,
that
we
too.
always like that.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, get residents on the moon. Okay. All right, so, any other further discussion?
No.
Okay. Michelle, would you call, roll call on this, please?
Mayor.
Present, or yes. I'm here. I don't feel like it sometimes, but.
Deputy Mayor Zampano.
Yes.
Counselor Abelson.
Yes.
Counselor Angeloni.
Yes.
Counselor Diamond.
Yes.
Counselor Goad.
Yes.
Let's see, who am I missing here? Counselor Mace.
Yes.
Counselor Palladino.
Yes.
And Counselor Felicia.
Yes.
That's a loud yes.
I feel for him being on
A
this.
little louder?
Okay, all right, thank you very much. Appreciate that passes. Okay. On to item B, discussion and action, disposal of surplus BOE property. So there's a number of items that, as we're transitioning from the old school into the new facility, that are up for, I guess, donation. There's been a suggestion to donate these to, it was a foreign country, I don't remember which one, I apologize. Kenya, as, to their aid, which is fantastic. However, there are some items that I think it has been discussed that could still be used by other departments in North Branford, and these are items that the taxpayer has paid for. So they're it's a possible way to save further dollars versus buying new things for other departments. So, does anyone have any
Well,
further iteration on
It
this?
was my understanding, and I know John has more information, that John did take a picture of each asset tag.
Okay, John.
Before anything was done.
Yeah, if you want me to explain?
Please.
Yes, please.
First of all, when we had to get out of the old building, Gilbane had told us that we just had to get out of the main building, and we had up to a month to get out of from the gymnasium to the end. So over Easter weekend, we emptied the entire main building, first and second floor. We put everything in the gymnasium. That following Monday, Gilbane came in with like 20 people. They shut the water off, shut the power off. They started abating, they started putting fencing up, and said, we gotta get out of the entire building. So we kinda had to kick it into gear to get the viable stuff out of the building. So whatever we could disperse between the rest of the schools, we did. Whatever we were looking for in the other school buildings. Town manager then let the town departments know to come in. The stuff was in the gymnasiums. They came through, I think every town department took something. The Park and Rec, the Historical Society, Public Works, Police Department, we saved some stuff for the Potato Festival. Anything that was literally worth anything went to the town departments. Freezers, refrigerators, all kind of filing cabinets, fire marshal's office, company to firehouse came, picked up some stuff. So what was left was about 500 student chairs and some old tables and chairs that really, nobody really is interested in, and some old technology. So then we put it out to, we called hotel liquidators, we called salvage companies, we called kitchen equipment companies, that we sent photos to everybody. We didn't get any answers back. We got 2 answers back after we sent photos, said, we're sorry, we're not interested. Nobody was interested in anything we had left in the gym, or throughout the rest of the school building, for that matter. There were 4 outside organizations who were interested in stuff. East Haven High School contacted us and wanted to know if we had students' desks. We have over 500 of them. We have such a great relationship with East Haven High School, we said, come on, take a look.
Yeah.
They took 100 students' desks.
Good.
Camden School System was looking for some IT. They took our old version 1 smart boards, which they actually saved us money. We have to pay to get rid of those. So they came in, they took some smart boards, they took some whiteboards, some tables and chairs. Then we had a parochial school come in who was just looking for some office desks and some whiteboards. And then the Friends of Kenya, I was contacted by North Branford Rotary. She's associated with one of the members there is associated with the Friends of Kenya, and her husband's also on the permanent building committee, and they asked if we had any leftover library stuff. So they came in and they took a look. There was some library tables, some library chairs, and some library carts. So we said there was no use for them. Every department already went through everything. So right now in the gymnasium, there's a bunch of old chairs, a bunch of old tables, some file cabinets, and about 400 students' chairs. Everything else, we pretty much distributed through the entire town. Anything that went out of town, I took a picture, as I always do, of the asset tags, and as soon as everything is done, I will give the asset tags over to the town, and they can eliminate those off the rolls.
Good.
We also gave the greenhouse to Joe Diglio. Country Farms was interested in the greenhouse. We told him if he was willing to take it down, he could have it, because it was gonna get demolished. So he's taking it down. So he's gonna have the greenhouse. That's about how it went down. Nobody was interested in anything we had. I didn't want to get into that intermediate school fiasco like last time. 3 trailer loads of stuff. We had one guy came down, bid $50 and took it all and scrapped it. So we're under time constraint. Right now,
we gotta be out of the building by the end of this week. Gilbane's pushing hard.
Yep.
So, that was the best we can do.
That suffices for me.
Well, my only concern is because there is, in our packet, it is the capital asset policy, which is part of the thing, is if the paperwork was all filled out, signed off by the town manager of the assets being disposed of, and because it just says in here that none of that can happen without prior
Yep.
approval.
Well,
And
like I
it's
said,
not like
whatever-
we didn't know that this was
Yep.
going to happen.
Okay. Yep.
Because we knew we were moving into the new school.
Well, we didn't dispose of anything yet, it's still in the gym.
Well, no, you gave away, that's disposing
Well,
of one out of town.
But like I said, 80% of it went throughout the town.
That's
It's not
fine.
disposed of,
I'm
it's
not
still in
talking
the
about
town.
that. I'm talking about the stuff that is gone, it's not within town anymore.
And I
in
have the asset
departments and
tags for
everything like
those which I'll turn over to the town manager.
that. So it's just procedure, because there seems to be a lack of it.
Well, when we were told one thing by Gilbane, and they changed course on us, it pushed us into a corner. So I could have just said to Gilbane, okay, fine, I'm out of the building. You guys take care of the contents. I tried to do my best to disperse it through and have it be used throughout the town.
Well, that's fine, I'm
You know,
not saying
I mean-
anything about that. I'm talking about,
So,
Yep.
there's another organization, actually, it's Lawrence O'Donnell. He does a thing, a foundation for South Africa or Kenya for
Yep.
desks.
Tell them to come and look.
I'll contact them, I'll see what we can
Tell
get.
them to come and look.
I'm
If they
just
can
saying,
get-
there's other foundations out there that will,
If anybody knows of anything, you can get here by the end of the week.
Is there a way we can give John permission though now where, put it out, if it's not the end of the week, just throw it out? Can we just make that happen? Like, give him the permission to, he's gotta get it out of there.
Basically, whatever's left in the gymnasium,
right?
Gilbane is gonna make me get rid of it, or the demo guy is gonna say, he's probably gonna add to the cost of, get rid of the content.
So if Kenya wants it, or they want, everyone who wants it, they come and find out in a couple days, they take it, and if they don't want it, throw it out. Just be done, right?
Yeah.
We've gotta get it off of his shoulders.
I have no problem with that.
is there a place right now to put it if we can't?
It's on the gymnasium right now, but we have nowhere to put it. That's our problem.
Just gotta,
There is absolutely no storage.
Today is Tuesday,
Too many people talking at once.
so I get it, today is Tuesday, and you're giving us till Friday
Mhm.
to sit there and call organizations to come and pick it up.
But no one's interested in the students' desks. That's the majority of what's left.
Yeah. All right, so,
Hold on one second. So,
okay. Well, I think, Walter, do you have anything brief?
Oh, no, I'm looking,
I know,
so
yeah.
basically I had to say,
Okay.
he's gotta get rid of the
Good
stuff. Put it out there.
Yeah.
Let the people know you got a day or two to get here. If you don't come, it's
What's
gone.
that?
will they take the stuff, the rest of it?
They took what they wanted.
The Kenyan?
They took what they
Okay.
wanted. Everybody who was interested
Do we wanna open
took
the
what they
Alright,
wanted.
So,
So it's basically
let me
junk.
ask you, Mike,
I don't know.
can you
Probably
just
junk.
work
That's
with
my next
John or
question.
the Board of Ed or
Ask that question.
or Scott and just authorize the approval to get rid of?
We did on Monday, of last week, when this was brought to my attention, we reached out to the superintendent's office, and I 100% appreciate the crunch these guys got put in.
Yes.
With that, and I agree with his assessment of, the equipment there, but I haven't received any formal documents. The policy has not been adhered to at this point, so I have not signed off on any of these items yet.
What's the condition of the items that are left?
The students' chairs are in good shape, but everything else that's left, you can ask the town members who
Nobody
came
wants
through.
it. They went through it.
There's nothing viable what's left.
Yeah. I don't think it's even a question. Just throw it out.
A lot of it's beat up, they had a stack, what did you guys have, like 1,000 desks or something? It was like,
Well,
there was like this,
Yeah.
literally, I'm pretty sure I carved my name in one of these desks.
Yeah, that's.
They're
believe
that
me,
old, they are that
you're
beat up.
You're talking some of this furniture we're talking about, it's probably been there since the school opened. Nobody wants it.
So,
That's all there was.
so, just hang on one second. So, Mike, can you touch base with Scott and get the proper authorization, just so we have everything
Done correctly.
You know,
Yeah, I've requested it.
oh, okay, all
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, we've been, it's been a crazy week over there. Believe me, it's trying to get everybody into the new building and getting that entire thing empty. It's been a nightmare.
No, we
But we-
definitely appreciate
Yeah, we
that, we're
appreciate
just
it.
trying to get,
It done correctly.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bite us in the backside. So,
Yeah.
how about we go, that's the resolution here.
So I'll
Get that paperwork over to
I'll
Michael.
give the
so we can set up
superintendent
that.
all the information I have.
Please.
He can get it to the town manager.
Thank you. And
I feel your pain.
Ben, do you have a question?
Yeah, have you contacted 1-800-GOT-JUNK or one of those organizations?
Those kind of organizations are my last resort for what's in the
They
gym
take
and I
care of
have to
it,
get
yeah.
out. I wanted
That
to
costs
try
money.
and have somebody either take it that could use it or someone to pay us for it. But that didn't come to fruition. So right now, if Gilbane tells me I have to get it out of there, those organizations are what I'll be looking at.
I think so.
Yeah.
Between the Totucket Times, the
Yep.
Sound, 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Yeah, bulk
they got
pickup.
something.
get this week.
Good time with bulk pickup week.
Put it on the curb.
There you go. Let's have it pickup.
Big-
Put it on the curb.
We got a big curb, right?
We should have stayed 20.
We just made.
You might
Yeah,
have your
scrap
initials
is
in
up,
it.
you know, if you guys want to take a desk or two.
All right,
Thank
all right,
you.
guys. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Moving on. Okay, on to item C, purchasing policy, piggyback bid for pavement preservation.
Good evening, Victor Benningham, the town engineer. This is for another pavement preservation method that we're interested in implementing in town this paving season. The previous state low bid for this technique was extended year by year by the state since 2018, and it actually expires this month. The new low bid pricing is based on another Connecticut DOT bid that was solicited by Connecticut DOT for rubberized chip seal using a competitive bid process similar to that of the town. The piggyback procedure is covered by purchasing section 8412 of your ordinances, provides for the town council by majority vote to authorize a purchasing agent to purchase non-professional services from a vendor who has been selected as the lowest bidder for a like purchase by another public agency. I have included the quote that I have from the particular bidder that was the low bidder on the state project, and they've already included a list of roads that we're interested in implementing this on, and also in your packet provided a suggested motion for you to consider. If there's any questions on it, I could attempt to answer them.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion that the North Branford Town Council authorizes the purchasing agent to purchase non-professional services from Comer Contracting Incorporated to complete a rubberized chip seal pavement preservation process on townwide roads utilizing the low bid rate provided through the competitive bid process by Connecticut DOT for rubberized chip seal, project 0174-0460 for the 2023 paving season.
Motion by Councilman Angeloni, seconded by Deputy Mayor Zampano. Any discussion? Go ahead, Mr. Rice.
Yeah, the motion says on townwide roads, doesn't specify it. However, if we're going to do the roads that are listed on the proposal, it should specify the roads listed on the proposal as opposed, because it could include any townwide road. However.
You mean in the motion?
Yeah, it
Okay,
should be.
So this actually, this quote that we have is for this paving season, or for the 22-23 fiscal year funds that we have, but moving into next year's funds that we have available, there could potentially be additional roads that we'd apply this to. So moving forward, that's why I kind of use the townwide procedure, unless if the council prefers that we come back with additional road lists in the future. I'm certainly open to that too.
No, I think this makes sense.
I guess I'm confused because we want to make a motion to spend $265,000. Attached to what you submitted here are a list of all the roads, and it comes up to $263,485,000. So I guess I want to know what roads are we going to do
Well,
The
again,
bid is for these roads here.
I think he indicated that there may be some further roads that will, that may materialize. So we didn't want to limit it to just those roads within the motion and have it, we trust in his ability to do the right thing and add roads as necessary.
I don't not trust him, however, I don't want, when a
We're gonna do
company
it that
comes
way.
in and does the rubberizing, whatever it is, on different roads, to say, okay, you authorized us 265, now we're at 270 or some other price, because those roads are not the same as Oak Forest, Firelight,
I got
Thomas
it.
Path, and all of that.
I understand, but
So
we'll keep
there-
it open. Why don't we take all the roads off of it, okay? And we're just gonna keep it as your authorization for that amount of money for the roads in the town of North Branford, okay?
That sounds fair.
This way here, there's no confusion as to what roads, but we have someone that's doing that job and can figure out what roads.
Well, he had to get a base.
Yes, of course, but I'm just
A
saying
number
for the.
to start with, and
Yeah.
so this was on his
Yes.
It's based on
list.
those roads.
Based on those roads.
But if I lived on one of these roads and
My
I
road's
come
not on there.
on my road to do this here, it would be problematic. And how long is this here, that motion good for? 1 year? 6 months?
It says for the 2023 paving season. The motion
2023,
says,
24 season.
it says for the 23 paving season, the motion. That's in the packet, for the 2023 paving season. It doesn't say 24, it just says 23. So that's what we're in right now.
And we trust your judgment.
We do.
Yes.
We
Yes.
thank you for it. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Thank you. Okay. On to confirmation of the appointment of Mr. Rory Burke as Assistant Town Manager.
We're gonna wait and.
Yeah, so I've got the executive session there for you, as you know, I've
Yep,
found
we'll move that.
a candidate that
We
I'm going to
will-
recommend to you tonight.
Skip that over and we'll come back to that. On to item, let's see, where was I? After exec session. Okay, item E, financial report 03-31-23.
Okay, you have the financial report for the month of March compared to March of '22. Again, typical numbers, property tax collections, again exceeding last year's percentage, 100% of budget through the end of March compared to 99.3 last year. The same on the expense side, the same departments that were over expended previously remain, mayor and council, caused by the audit. The auditor probably will be here at the second meeting in June.
June?
You want to do June or you want to do May? It's up to you. They were talking putting it after the budget season. It's up to you guys. Do May?
May
Yeah,
second-
only because June, we're gonna end another fiscal
Yeah,
year.
sure.
Second meeting in May.
I'll assume that she's available. Emergency management is that issue with the generator at intermediate school. The tank had to be pumped out. Elderly housing is a function of the sewer user rate. If you have any questions specifically, I can try to adjust them for you. If not, it remains basically unremarkable at this point. Moving on down the road, next item is contingency appropriation. This one follows up the, we're going, it's 10:30 over here. The discussion about the fiber. And we had an additional quote, if you recall, last time we came before you guys to do a temporary installation of the fiber on the poles along Forest Road, which will expedite the process, eliminate the Board of Ed having to lease the fiber. So of the $36,000, I believe, we estimated the net would be about $18,000 cost. Again, as I pointed out last time, if you drive by the poles on Forest Road where the solar farm was put on, those half poles are still there now, you know, even further months later down than were. So by putting this in place now, it expedites the process, it locks in the hardware pricing, eliminates any further price increases on the hardware, and locks the contractors in, and we can get the ball rolling. It is a lot of money. The discussion at the last meeting was not to take it out of ARPA, but to come back out of a contingency appropriation. So that's what you have in front of you.
Thank you.
I'd like to make a motion to authorize the appropriation out of contingency for temporary fiber installation along Forest Road for $36,000.
Second.
Motion by Councilor Utilities, seconded by Councilor Palladino. Any discussion?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm sorry. Did we not do this already? Did
We
we?
did
No,
not.
you did the overall contract,
Yeah.
and then there was a Part B, if you want to do it now with the temporary installation, that's what the $36,000 buys you. It wasn't part of the original 385.
I know that, but
Yeah.
we discussed that
We
So we-
discussed
we
it, but we
discussed-
didn't take any
Yeah,
action.
we didn't actually.
We didn't
Right.
take any action on
not
We
yet.
didn't, we didn't want to do it out of ARPA funds.
Correct.
So
Right, I
now
knew
he's
that.
Now he's come back out of contingency so
Okay.
that we can move it forward.
Okay, just,
Good point of clarification.
okay.
Okay, any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained? Thank you. Okay, on to item G, appropriation transfer.
Small transfer for the zoning board of appeals, some additional legal notices, and they're transferring money from professional education and technical supplies.
So moved.
Motion by Counselor Angelini, seconded by Counselor Zampano, or Deputy Mayor Zampano. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstained? Thank you. Okay, and item B, or I'm sorry, H, tax refunds.
So moved.
Motion by Counselor Angelini, seconded by Deputy Mayor Zampano. Any discussion?
Yeah, I have a question.
Go
How
ahead.
come we have to give so much money back to Frontier Communications? 40,
I'll get,
40,000?
Dave left. I'll answer it for you for the next meeting. I don't know off the top of my head.
I never saw that much in a tax refund.
Because they couldn't keep track of what they paid, and they overpaid.
Does it say Commerce Drive?
40, well,
40,000 it says.
well, it's their address in Texas.
Yeah, it's Commerce Drive, believe it or not. At the end of Commerce Drive, 32 Commerce Drive, they had owned, they sold it 2 or 3 years ago, and there was no overpayment. They paid it in error again, even though they sold it 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
See, they can't keep track.
We went to the property owner, we said, you overpaid your taxes. So I didn't pay it, so it was.
Oh, okay.
com- it was
I just never saw that much.
I know,
Yeah,
that is a lot.
For sure that's what it is.
Any further comment? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstained, thank you. Item I, finalization of the 2023-2024 operating budget. I, ratification of town recommended budget 2023-2024 fiscal year.
You have a couple of pieces of paper in front of you. One is a memorandum for me that has the actual motion, and on the attached page is the categories that marries up with the, would be page 1 in the budget book when that gets finalized, showing the mill rate of 34.52 with a total budget of $60,60423,502.
I'd like to make a motion, be it hereby resolved that the North Branford Town Council hereby adopts the proposed operating budget for the 23-24 fiscal year as amended and recommends the same to the budget referendum at the attached appropriation levels, and be it hereby further resolved that the Treasurer Finance Director is authorized to make any mathematical adjustments that may be required to balance the budget. The numbers are as follows. Town government operations, $20,712,633. Board of Education, $33,400,714. Capital improvements, $222,304. Debt service, $4,886,851. Fund balance for capital, that's not right. We didn't do 1.2 million, did we? We cut that. I thought.
I think you're correct on that.
I'm checking that one. Hold on now.
You want us to wait a minute on this?
Yeah.
Quick pause. Can't really skip ahead yet. I want to get through that. Give me a minute. We can pause for a moment here.
Yeah, it's 652,000. Not gonna change the mill rate, but I'll change that number.
All right, so is that 652 even, Anthony?
Yeah.
All right, so change that number,
To 652.
652.
On both, okay, 652,000, okay.
Where is that?
Okay, fund balance for capital, $652,000. total appropriations,
That number's good.
60 is?
no, it's
No,
not.
it should be 59.
I gotta change that motion. It's gonna be, hang on. Take a break.
Okay.
While we push, can I push forward to item 11? We'll come back to item, we have D, we have to come back to anyway, item I. Is that okay to do that?
He should be ready in a minute.
You need a minute?
Yeah, go ahead, because I want to make sure I got it right.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to push forward to item 11, citizen statements and petitions. And I ask these be relatively brief if possible.
Yes. I just, so far to Northford, you guys talk about the dog pound. Now, you never had any real input in Branford, right? And now with East Haven, you're gonna have skin in the game, help, yeah. So, I don't know, is it a no-brainer? I mean, we've always been micromanaged by Branford, and we really had no say because they had all say, and we had no say. So, we're getting out of that mess, I hope, right?
That's what we negotiate.
That's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Town
Okay, well, if
manager's
you
on it.
want citizen input, I think, I mean, you know, they used to just dictate to us and we could do nothing. And, I mean, sure, the service was great, but it's like buying a used car and, oh, well, wait a minute, well, you're not gonna give me the title? Oh, but you got the car. So, again, thank you for looking elsewhere. And I mean, the presentation was phenomenal. Those people got it going on. I mean, those dogs look better than some of us. So, the heated floors, the cool floors, come on. We're gonna have the happiest stray dogs in town. So I'm glad, I mean, I just wasn't sure, but we have equal control with East Haven if you go that way.
Yeah, it's something to be looked at, but yeah, it looks like there's going to be a significant tax savings to the service. And,
Yeah, no, you just gotta have.
Maybe even some more services available.
You know, you guys do so well on the budget, and then they can slam you with something, and you just gotta find money. Not good. Thank you.
Not necessarily. Thank you, sir. Mr. Savastino.
Bill Savastano, Sunnyside Drive. Thank you for all your efforts on the budget. I know it's an arduous task every year. In reference to the taxation that you just passed, a little disappointed that you couldn't go right to 700. Now, if you remember what Mr. Ambrose said, how many people take advantage of it, it's about 120, 130. If it's 150 people, the $200 difference from one year to the next is only $30,000. We just gave the trash guy $95,000. Something's not right here. We could have gone more for our seniors this year. Now, last thing, I might have mentioned previously, again, I watched some other town meetings, paid attention to Guilford quite a bit on this taxation freeze, whatever you want to call it. And they visit the thing every January. So next January, I'll be here asking you to revisit. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Okay. Any other citizen statements? All right, I don't want to go into executive session before we go and we answer this, so I'm just going to put a pause on this for a moment. I apologize to those who are listening in, but we want to make sure these numbers are correct as we put in these. Yeah, I did the math too, but let's let him do it.
Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor, can I make a comment?
Yes, sir.
Since we're talking about taxes, I just personally wanted to thank Rose for all the time she put in with the budget. And I'd be lying if I said I put the time in like she does. She makes it
Fantastic.
very easy for me and I think all of us. Thank
Very
you.
good.
Thank you, Rose.
Thank you, Rose.
She gets a raise.
Yeah, you get a raise.
Okay,
We'll
good.
double
Thank
your
you.
salary.
Thank you.
You get 2 mints from that jar. Who, your 4 mints? You're gonna spoiler.
And 2 student chairs and 1 desk.
Oh, yeah, you shouldn't turn it down. Might even throw in a file cabinet. It doesn't work, but you can have it.
John's probably out there, I can make us take him. They're gonna be hindering him.
There's one behind each of your cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be all over the place.
On top of your car.
Then you do a bonfire. Chairs? So you guys went to the school, it's your names in this, in any of the chairs and stuff?
I'm sure mine is. 100% sure of that.
Did you write it in or carve it?
A little bit of both.
You guys
Burned it in.
Yeah, probably burned it. Number of different medium.
I'm not lucky to do
Okay.
So Mike, for next pickup, because we can't do it now, for bulk pickup, this is what I was gonna say. You mentioned Habitat for Humanities, they will pick up
But I think it's.
furniture.
1.2.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people don't know that. So
Yeah, but
don't
I
know
think
if-
it might be.
I think he already called him.
Smaller
He said,
amount
didn't
of
he say he
that.
called
That's a
No,
pretty large-
that's on an individual basis.
Yeah, I mean,
When
they
we
would
do
have to-
bulk pickup, because you're mentioning all
Yeah.
the furniture, that if we have to, some people might not know that they do that, so if we can maybe put it on the
We
website
have to
next time
promote
or
it.
something.
Yeah, I mean, I have to
let 'em know.
find out how they do it.
We incorporated in the Pawtucket Times in the recycle ad, it's pretty
Oh, it's in there?
standard procedure, yeah.
All right, thanks.
It's there every month. Along with other options, because Habitat's not the only agency.
No, they're
that
not.
makes
It's-
it.
stuff. I got a bunch out. Salvation Army came by.
I put my house out already, so I did that, no. Actually, I did put it out, I put it out 2 weeks ago, it was all gone, mostly metal.
So as we're waiting for Anthony to come back, I'll just throw out a little, side note as to what's coming up. One of the exciting new events at the POCO Fest for this year is Big Dog's Mobile Axe Throwing. So.
That's great.
So.
Will one of us each be
I
at
am
a
not
station and throw an axe
standing
at us?
We're not, I'm not.
No, they're not
volunteering
requiring
for that.
anyone, they're not asking, I'm just saying, anyone who has not tried axe throwing and would like to, Big Dog's Mobile Axe Throwing will be at the POCO Fest
Will
this
we
year.
be
They
using
have
their
own
insurance policy or
mobile
ours?
axe throwing business,
Oh,
so.
mobile.
Become very popular all of a sudden.
Jack up the
Yes.
insurance, Mike.
We have that, we
Seriously,
have,
right there for the
and-
Wednesday
and
thing.
just to make everybody aware, this is optimum timing, because we got that second ambulance on.
Right.
So,
Have it right there.
yeah.
Yeah, it might be a good idea to station them right there. Could be fun.
Volunteers for axe catching.
Yeah.
I am not volunteering for that.
So we
I
do
actually
have,
put a bid up for that already.
so we've got beer and whiskey tasting going on there.
No,
And axe
there's
throwing
beer
too?
I wish there was
There's a
whiskey.
beer and wine garden. And
What?
the mobile axe throwing is totally away
Right.
from the beer and wine garden.
Okay, so saying,
Yeah, opposite sides of the field. We don't want those people
Yeah.
doing that activity.
because what could go wrong?
You know, what could go wrong there?
wrong there?
Wow.
All right, the man of the hour. Anthony, how you feeling?
Actually, Anthony's gonna do that.
Someone called the second ambulance.
We're volunteering you for the axe throwing.
Okay. Yeah, while you were gone, you were,
It's a new event at the POCO Fest. We were talking about mobile
sir.
axe throwing, Big Dogs, mobile axe throwing.
Mobile axe throwing.
It's a first mobilized axe throwing.
Okay, that was where my number was as well.
Yep,
Okay.
that's where mine.
I got it, yeah, I got it.
Easy math before.
Okay, so we're just gonna start over.
All right, so let's just, yeah.
Okay.
First and
so-
foremost, Anthony, thank you for rushing on this. You know, stuff like that can happen, so it's
Yes.
okay. All right, let's start over. Rose, would you please start your motion yet again?
Okay.
And Michelle, here comes the fun.
Okay.
Okay.
Be it hereby resolved that the North Branford Town Council hereby adopts the proposed operating budget for the 2023-24 fiscal year as amended and recommends the same to the budget referendum at the attached appropriation levels. And be it hereby further resolved that the Treasurer Finance Director is authorized to make any mathematical adjustments that may be required to balance the budget. The numbers are as follows. For revenue, or total appropriations, town government operations, $20,712,633. Board of Education, $33,400,714. Capital improvements, $222,304. Debt service, $4,886,851. Fund balance for capital, $652,000. Total appropriations, $59,874,502. On the revenue side, non-tax revenue, $4,250,272. State grants for education, $7,112,086. Fund balance applied, $725,000. Fund balance capital appropriation, $652,000. Local elderly tax credit, minus $100,000. Amount to be raised by taxes, assuming a 98.5% collection rate, $47,235,144. Total revenues, $59,874,502.
All right, thank you. All right, motion by Councilor Angeloni, seconded by Deputy Mayor Zampano. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote, please, Michelle.
Mayor McMillan.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Zampiano.
Yes.
Counselor Abelson.
Yes.
Counselor Angeloni.
Yes.
Counselor Diamond.
Yes.
Counselor Gould.
Yes.
Counselor Mace.
No.
Let's see, Counselor Palladino.
Yes.
And Counselor Palicia.
He left the meeting.
All right, thank you very much. All right, on to item 2, approval of advisory budget referendum question 2023-2024 FY.
I'd like to make a motion in accordance with section C8-5 of the Charter of the Town of North Branford. The Town Council hereby approves the following advisory referendum question for the fiscal year 2023-24 budget. Shall the Town Council recommended budget of $59,874,502, which will require a mill rate of 34.52 mills, be adopted?
Second.
Motion by Councilor Angeloni, seconded by Deputy Mayor Zampano. Michelle, again, a roll call vote.
Mayor McMillan.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Zampiano.
Yes.
Counselor Abelson.
Yes.
Counselor Angeloni.
Yes.
Counselor Diamond.
Yes.
Counselor Gould.
Yes.
Counselor Mace.
No.
Counselor Palladino.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right, folks, I'm going to move into an executive session for item 12. I'll accept the motion to move in executive session. I bid everyone else here adieu, and thank you for staying in this meeting this evening. Appreciate your patience. Do I have a motion for executive session, please?
Yes, to include the town manager. Does the town attorney need to be in on it?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, why not? You don't need you, but, we don't need you, but you.
Do you? Okay.
I'm saying.
So just the town manager and town attorney?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
All right, motion by Councilor Angeloni, seconded by Councilor Abelson. All in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstained? We are in executive session. All right, folks, does anyone need a bio break? We can do this quick.